Yeda so ye nkurasefo ya tetekwafo. Sika civilization aba. Na Nyankopɔn ne hu ama sɛ hwɛ woyɛ nipa. Na sɛ wo nyi Nyankopɔn na sɛ wo nsuro no a. Mama examples mienu. Okɔ Asen Central. Ya Yoruba Kennedy Japan, the constituency. Ya we MP how many years? 24 years. Eka 24 years the wo free ho akodi. E was nka MPP ni enenka obidi akonya no. Because was we sikani a what am adwuma de I'm expecting say nka obi o Asen Central bia de wonya adwuma ye. Ya under no circumstance and obeda ne chairman MPP. Eswedi ekoto aba no kremoni wo ye NDC ni ene wo wini wo Asen Central ya Asen Central so no and a Christopher edo so chen kremofo e wo Asen Central kremoni wo ye NDC ni ya wonye sikani ene wini wo Asen Central orobo kede Japan ni krum. And next car will also a can cremofo asem say a cremofo the mon salomon fata say ye to abamo Christian dominated country mono. Also contest win shaye so. O we need city no. Na so Dr. Baumia vote wo nya ye e wo shaye so. Cremoni Dr. Baumia. Vote wo nya wo shaye so no. Na do so che Christo ni stika ya constituency no so a Christopher ne dɔɔso. A Christopher a won say so dɔɔso kyɛn wo bia. Enso kremoni Mahmoud Baumia enya ema no dodo eche Christoni stika. Enti when the cat see ewiase de in fact ya metaka wo bia no ma ekɔ obi fa so to na ba ma wo bi wo. You can't discount that fact to say religion etimi play part. A true, it may play part. But what is the degree? Huh? It may play part. But what is the degree? Because what is the degree? I just say. Any part of do say no beka say. Woye kremoni timen to abama no. It doesn't mean so being timin ka say we ye kremoni timen to abama no. Obeta ka say we Christo ni timen to abama no. E wo ho. In fact, kwaku de Roma me bi. Wo so no de. Obeto abama wa we ye be ma. We are Bema politician now. You fa who contest election on Trabama. I'm telling you, what you educated woman. No, the choice no. Can you begrudge her? Okay, what's it just a wood Bama what choice in yet? It's a wood back of Papa bro, my Ghana.
Obama Rollins because
yes, you want the whole thing. Che, met back at you say minimum bill so waka say na the casus will be out. Bema wo kasaka kebena esu, bema ka kebu so na wusu so, e judgment to abama. Eti because wo kasa ya na wusu. Wo kasa ya na wusu. Ya no so obi gina so to abetia wo. But what is the degree? But so they make a money say yo. What is the degree?
Stika kwa show. O say na
hi. Obi ka che me say stika. O tie stika bro for Kano TV so radio so a. See the osi chichi hon and the economy and the o say and the bufu keke. But what is the degree? What yeah just impact na any say. Obi tika say be ma we tie me nto abama no. Meboa. Ya ntibi. But what is the degree? Obi tika che say hey secondary schools near the idea I can tell you it will be a certain stupid rivalry between some schools to be a who say we free school way and what contest election go pa was meant to abama because of school be a koi. Can tell me I am lying. But what is the degree? And Rami who are debut on Facebook a branch of any Kasaya was said to crepa was what one no ababa will be chimpna it was obo school be di memodino or mubu pa ma. Ena ubi beje ababo ani free nsem and obeje na ababo ka che nkofo say akwa na obeje na yi no wono wese the bushafo lawyers na we dey che be mu free no nti abufu wose nata no ko olego no why no change the course okoye law enti okoye law no because of that lady no enti o say free be hobesin de high school hu mu se para ne buafu high school ne malu hu ma na ne buafu oh such a person oba bi be contest position from science school na won to aba ma no but what is the degree but so the make I want to ask you what is the degree impact let to say it aye no kure say obetia ka se we Kristo ni e no contest ti me to aba ma no we ye hwe but ne nyina mu no me ye nyina nim say Jehovah Witness for to aba oh my Ghana but the year 2000 na mo namfo bi bo me Jehovah Witness for me manage no mu di nkoma ma at least miensa eto ma ba ma MPP no mo to aba dawo the year 2000 elections na me sha but me manage no mu di nkoma ma mo koto aba e ma MPP mo de cheme say yakoto aba no enu nti sa wo ye MPP ni na sa wo gidi say sa de ne bi e ha adwen kakra ene wo mu ni nkomo na checho mu say eye abato eye amamuo se bibedu asa amamuo nyanyamesom na nsenya popu free mu ya omo so mo pe ayi kwan omo kura de se mu hu de koye ye se ye twa hol ma na nguse tuntum na apie ye to enye popu ni ye kwakoyi na ma oman Ghana na Kristo ni a wo se wo mpe kramoni asem obi akramoni nti wontimi lead oman no na pagan na obitima lead oman na sa wo ye Kristo ni na kramoni a woni Kristo fo nkon tokwada kramoni a woni Kristo fo nyina tiye wono so ntimi ni oman no so na mom no obi a won kwa asori a woni asofo ko wona obetedi oman no so amamuo puto ne epo nya heaven abekọ amamuo emputo ne ekọ etiso aba enya wo spiritual ayi ene ye ka ho asem opa no akọ asori dem obi kwa anyway wo de temi na meseme nkasa kese prof we say abusafo ebo mo bibia chi biem professor Asare-Bediako ye dean UPS na family prof wo de bu fani jina mame ya no nti na ya wa say we ye mame Dr. Joyce Aye Reverend and na wo bre Bible we English entry and na ya dav back was also shake also bre Quran we see and we say be jaje ye di nkomo na obi be so sisi en a wo kai si won kire ye na bi Quran Bible so ani bi eja so ba na ye ni hwa na ye ni ato say eja asundwe mu ntire ye de ni ato ye na ye de aba fom kakra enti ene de eja ma enti de me hwe because eja ni nyama na the Professor Asare-Bediako a dean faculty of accounting and finance UPSC was no more and kwakuta biamponsa wono so was we lawyer lawyer and the mean to be fancy lawyer will be a lawyer this year we lawyer and Obama so youth activist was a successful entrepreneur we fish farmer also was no more maybe so enru so adai okay ayi koka so ye koka ye entertainment mogul and na wasa meso wasa ye marketing expert nti it was also say no na this week academics no ekoye press conference can say MPP members of parliament almost performance in opposition at the saying any MPP party leadership almost performance in opposition at the saying and you be home komo kakra you really so ani yedin komo kakra so afa na se 54 at the ratings ne ba say Ghana ratings no ekosoro if you find the bedru ho no mo and what is the meaning is in say economy no at the say e was you be din komo ye be kwa ahoma no se na di engineer Kobnaji Japan edin komo onse MPP fo mpanifo akwatena ase de constitution amendments bi aba na me message na Kobnaji Japan ne niam ode emiensa na wa hu so issue statement bi a wa bom mpanifo aba say virtually ne niam miensa proposals on ode kwai no ne nyina o magye atum eti just that was small ekakrebo ho a ye bedi enkomo ye bekoko kojo ponkro ho so ne nakwa kodi enkomo no ka sa constitution amendment committee no ka ho but there's a bigger question for kojo ponkro ma kojo translate trotro. Why DMB again? I'm going to ask you that question. And Peter Mai, a class prefect. Okay, class prefect Mai, and I would Mahama, and so Enyamba. I was for Kaiho, and they are very packed and very interactive. Who said the messages now? And Pennyphone Waha, Miss Rowe, and Yakwasani are bointing nearby. Miss Rowe, you don't quite ya. You don't quite ya, and Kaki Niha, Miss Ram. Why? You see a DNA, you found Tumpong. ti wo the message na ba no adwon se mpanifo na wase no ma mpanifo bebre so na etie na wo send message na don't forget his school now kwel obi mark register no it will be say for God na Asare-Bediako nti God na Asare-Bediako wa send message na wo di obi atemu a wo teacher bi no to no wo ti nya God na me chira je class 4 no na de wa ba basase how would you feel about that nti mesrebo prof patwa kwaba
yeah go on
then the matter say
yeah me na demo
yeah the nyamiase
that's so
yeah that's it be at yours afro say pa or let's say be no why that tight yes idea prof ebeba nti manage pa ye ahwa say Ghana ha nipa dodo say no hu professor da nipa dodo say na pa for so wa college original professors enye fake ones prof ba kwa me bon say bote prof from yamusiebo anyway prof yeah quite
that's it share what here for me
for just
so my tour
yeah
mesa machia penny for adwuma am say that no your program here you know that's fine
yes
yeah the massive o program to on friend baby na o say me jana ba and also mother of all them
the mother of all this
you want me 20 minutes in the me adwuma me jana so man crofo so you share almost so share and say momo watching so I'm so Wednesday you could do Juma Stronko press center.
Yeah.
Now ekoi Ghana Academic Professional Forum.
Okay.
Offer secondary school teachers awoho. Offer training college teachers awoho. Offer nursing training college teachers awoho. Private universities and public university, polytechnics, FNC no
technical universities.
Omunyina good than 4 doctors, lawyers, ubiane field.
Okay.
And a boss salary. Na maybe said say a assessment of an opposition party. Opposition there for so when
go and hold the government accountable.
But don't say months ago, yeah, assessment of 120 days.
Okay.
Of the NDC. Opposition party any social contract with the citizens.
Yeah.
Then it's all assessment. But they also feel say a strong opposition is not an enemy to democracy.
Okay.
A strong opposition is not an enemy to democracy.
Okay.
Obonibeka say is safeguard is essential guidance.
Yeah.
Provided accountability and now some the ruling party no or effective and adwuma oye. Inti press conference. No be beside say na 5 months other than 120 days near 5 months. If you need yardstick then say 5 months there opposition party there with my account.
It seems to be if you know
we can say early performance predicts long-term credibility. To 1 year in 10 months you who send your person we watch my fa. Now then I do two ja. I'm saying the EV bro. There's scorecard for a period of 5 months in opposition. You far at the friend saying MPP executives. And your day minorities and so can't be.
Okay.
Near show more performance. Now ye queer nimno. You am saying semi brother to ja kui at the normal sorority party and now say my party o count to ma
I want one thing.
That be say yanyele sa party believe in democracy. Kabi. Ye can wahe, near can wahe. Sabi, Nina so far bar a fee as my kind. Now 120 days, no, I be 5 months in opposition. We're purely scientific.
Okay.
Yeah, my fan someone count radio so na debate assessment that be. Into assessments now. Ye were far a nyoma ye try phonic a craft far years ago. MPP co-opposition, no.
Okay.
Executives, and then
okay, the NDA scorecard after 5 months, MPP national executives and minority in parliament, other national matters. In Tipacho, you ruling co.
Yeah. To obey hold on kakra.
Okay.
Name transforming near a quiet fast assessment.
Okay.
Ye far yes MPP elusive election no more position. A juma dear ye can wasem. Ye far NDC almost election. Nyomu ye in opposition ye can wasem.
Okay.
You really far. Other countries have been almost so called opposition parties and then even a far international parties are war across other globe other countries almost in opposition the travel for New Year near Barbie bit to say or call the next a year or high.
It will really.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have 5 steps.
Okay.
You have indicators. I debate me assessment. Any year far achievement. MPP for executives no. Oh my year. You hear in some weaknesses in Juma Omadi within the 5 months.
Okay.
Yes, I done it. You hear in a sign a weighted score. You this score no so betuja. Into sha. Some crofo you omo nye bosomeka. Nye nsem keke. Omo to mboase. Ti crossly. No mafa figure no de akere. Who are no same BFM. Now call first one a summary no. I'm ready to yan koni nyina.
Okay.
Summary ni any saying. Obe roll to the second one.
But yan kwa Mr. Santi.
Who say
any?
Yeah, no. 5 or 7 key parameters of criteria. First one, yes, assess partner reorganization of party structures. Oma ye anamunye.
Okay.
Score weight to a 15%
maximum.
The weight.
Okay. And the weight no.
Weight no.
Okay.
And yeah, the activity on my you some more regional reforms be your opposition desk party ID card project B kakra. Any mom raw score no.
Okay.
A 40%.
Okay.
Now yes, about communication and public engagement.
But the way reorganization of party structures no. Ubebusa say nothing ni nim and niema expected of party no. Some be within that framework nana.
Good. The other one because I'm running.
Okay.
But the unya full document.
Yes.
But your training part no a year ni na.
Okay.
Ninety more 40.
Okay.
Where the summary, the assessment ni na.
Yes.
In the fire ban. Now about communication and public engagement. Wait. My criterion 20.
But where party
there.
Okay.
Yes. 20. You some your press briefing, kakrebi social media engagement, some inconsistency message be one in a bomu. Roscoe 30. We are know about policy alternatives and shadow governance. So as a leadership, alternative ben on the map buying. In terms of governance.
Okay.
You say omunya Roscoe of 20. And about parliamentary oversight rule. I don't know say minority no. Ejumom die the weight of 20.
Okay.
But the hono Roscoe nya 80.
Okay. I'm 80 over 100.
80.
Wow.
Now over public mobilization the weight 10%. You some ye work be your co-opposition obekai.
Dying.
The nyoma mika kra so hono ya bebrebe ya pick few ones and they about. You have 50%. Alliance and stakeholder engagement. No about fundraising and party sustainability. Obe who said you be told you recently say almost say Omuniska betia party.
Now room will be basa. Yes.
Yeah, the sign you may share. Now Obe who say waiters score no. So far 15%. Not the multiply 49. It just say per se trend by 100%.
Yeah.
Into hono on your waiters score of 6.
Okay.
Yeah, they saw
6 out of 15.
Yeah, 6 out of 15.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yes.
Problem.
Mr.
Do the way 15 now. When you're 6.
Yes.
Now, even 20, when you're 6.
Yes.
That was second one.
Yes.
And you might be brave and you.
That's communication.
Now,
no.
Over 15, third one. Then you're 3.
Okay.
So the 20 by 15 now when you're 3. So over 15 now. Unya 3. Yeah, share minority oversight.
Yes.
Parliamentary oversight.
Yes.
15 no, 20 no. Unya 16.
16 out of 20.
Out of 20.
Wayadi. Parliamentary oversight. Omayadi.
Public mobilization. 5. No call alliance and stakeholder 3.
Okay.
Then fundraising and party sustainability unya 4.
Out of 10.
It's a kanina boom no. Ubon say unya 43% over 100.
Ish.
I just say our form. Now the analysis we could talk. Parliamentary oversight rule no
16 no.
If he
43 man or 16.
Let it film.
This are no ding.
because no and the cushion on my to your way until the kabuma idea per se chene say unya sa school ya god am so by school ti
mumia me papa
god on
mumia me pass na me me free mu you pay so dey e go di agro anu odi on hwe ja
unya 43 a say wo f no
ai
what feel
oh IPS
say what feel
okay
now Asare-Bediako can say it signals significant underperformance
okay
of national executives
okay
it say jumadi kese e wo ha osomo ye hwenan say enyo bia beto job bebre sade etai hu ye hu ni say anytime a minority access bia on baby bi no then opposition even say national executive e de chire na agenda na ayana is often set by the minority
yes
it shouldn't be hwewasha yade ekoso man no anytime a opposition party ye effective on a certain agenda for the national the ruling party here is the opposite the administration will set the agenda no na the executive and now the opposition party abedia it shouldn't be
okay but
yamba a lot of advice
okay before we call advice no so no prof say me share assessment win me realist me in political me realist me share na what if share performance of party in opposition na tembia na oma ho den no ekogina parliament enti say eye enanka the performance of the mighty minority of 88 members of parliament enanka mo so de no ekoye ebia 9 out of 20 ya enanka the party enam slippery slope so a enkomo ko abis but said the parliamentary oversight rule no omotimanya 16 out of 20 no ayem say it is not that bad because most often than not no parties when the parties in opposition na tembia they look up to minority enti no yem say enye hu sa but advice no so amode ba no say omanya 16 out of 20 and then give a party leadership no so no etimi course nya fa say bia 12 a nigga party no be strong pa but what was
God it's good to be realist all the time say oh she nyoma o hwe ne se ne o say kono we ye adfutuo and the party or person or samba power remember the 4 years I started in the 1 to 2 nyoma hwe nyoma ye the beyond the opposition because the party anase abaninya free there oye di opebia you get say the minority partner who they also call the minority in parliament which is excellent but so jani na the man so nya obeba abe press conference we account policy obeko parliament pass boil
entimuso we kuta
exactly obehwe anansan ba abonten be press conference we call ba na pass bill
ayewie
indeed be as on all champion course amawa then obey parliament ama obeko na bills we pass tinie kan say almost so report me for the on where to jay e ade e be bo omo engage on omo so report omo ready further near to sin near enkoye ya mom a lot of recommendations in this na yene sa kakra e be push party nye de bia na obeka so beko ka sem papa ma
dabi yele put
ye so ka sem bone e de
na nyankwada dabi
debo ana wapeja omo kakra nti god am say no na ye de hu nkomo
okay all right nti no dear academics na the abeni say wo hwe MPP parliamentary oversight rule in opposition minority led by Osahene Afenyo Marken and then penny for now so far dear. And you see Obia who we are without even having scientific proof biano. What did he? Because that is the public perception out there say parliament MPP for parliamentarians and so far so good. But party no ankasa so ahode no so e wo headquarters wo asalam da no so no e wo form nti where I think say where you true reflection of what is out there nti dey medasi wo holo nti meba ho okay busa question
prof yedasi say prof wo share public communication public engagement both party no any parliamentarians what you say nti at that point you know. Second one, is it strictly party pet? And I say the work of the parliamentarian in press engagement in this angle.
In fact,
because again, public mobilization need outreach. You know? Parliamentarians need. Remember last Omonanti Eba, your friend is saying.
Police headquarters.
I would say, among commoner parliament, commoner start here, yeah, find solutions. Won't to me work so me person who at what point na we near strictly party and they strictly minority in parliament.
I'm say the full report now. When me pick there's a summary of all but don't share from the beginning your state minority ejumomadi since opposition party opposition ne executive on chuma omudi the way capture the summary Bekesena fi minority.
Yeah.
In this criteria, no. Kesena fi minority. I mean, in parliament.
Yes.
One of my engage a lot of. In fact,
your core report now. You know those national executives. Any normal kaise komo ya omonye.
Very. Ni now. Any weaknesses are. Ni omoye no. Ni identify as a way. One ni yo. Think komo this. There's some other options. I'm saying now.
Okay, eti minim say la we no be come back kakra bi ho ana want to monitor. I would ba cho ye kwa ba na tisa alaji.
Enya.
Oho ye. La mo pa ne come office o na mo maniti.
Me yare na so menti apo.
Onti apo, okay. Mo kwa de man the coffee kan kana.
Ma me coffee.
Ko de wa kwa ne kwa ye.
No, on fambre me.
Sa ho. Okay, mati. Kaso. Eti yanko aha. Oh, that be mamite cancel.
Morning. David.
So on why you supreme leader? Oh, what you supreme leader?
Prof Baha na Yeniaji.
Okay. It make
education no na adosu pa.
All right. And my men call you hold my. Quick watch your hand.
Okay. First of all,
yes.
Good on. Medawa se akonya yi ene watiefo nyina se enya akonya betem ha ye bekasa achamanfo prof I make a nice presentation. I just have small comments on it and it's ye kase mesi no twasa no nim se na chiachia
yes
enkofo a omo puti this research together no enkofo a omo nimbe
yeah
ebe yese ye beji atum se adwuma o maye nie ni ahwe ba bia ye fele se wo se ye tenetene no
yeah
na ye to ho anamo ye opposition ye hu ne minority ye gidi se by the end of the year se ekui ebesa ye analysis bi mu ana research bi mu no analyze aka ho asem a na ebia collectively ne yatra 50 and number 70 and ye
correct
enti mesre se ye nyina no ye nsomu na yenhwe ekwan ye befa so a ye betimi improve as minority.
Right.
One important thing also taking note in say you need 4 years so say you try 6 months 3.5 years
yes
and the feedback bia no my yenhwe from the negative side
yes
yenhwe say ye be improvement in ya namo ayetu me say yes ebebo as a party and the prof na pam for edamase.
All right, there was a point lawyer kwakuta bi mens amponsa na motis ono so den abano afedo be ka kakra na ana wuti ni nyamba nti no Peter wo be ka one yi we hu ana later no ayi. All right, and straight away yan ko fetch de no hey
So mama kwanya.
And me nyama prof. Pacho prof.
No,
ma'am, enti to boy.
What about fish? Because me need interest was Saturday no. And now woman me kwanya me the beka easy any applicant.
Enti wo kwan beba me beba.
That's all.
Me that's pa. And they say the young fish. Aha, to na good day. Aha, nti be ko fish say and say o ma raise yin kakra ekosoro. If you find the bedru ho no mo and na implications on the Ghanaian economy. Meaning so what the Iran and then Israel so to kwen so enu anadwo de course de say blockbuster we nya senke to akra enti meaning prof allo de
sorry last week or so
yes
net is a report you have told you from Fitch ratings
yes
so ko yam say omat ye juma so many years na omo chere oman ahoden awo sika sem na sefo and so many credit rating agencies me ko ye ko omo danso it is say Ghana ya kodu B-. Na ebeto jam say Brennan say emfa mo sapon say no mo yes adwuma yi ye beka ho asem na if he ye bedru he
yeah
if he RD that's a restricted default ona ne wo country ana ye no more sa bracket e be say Zambia and no more sa situation
restricted default
it say oman no untimi ntia osika e kawde the south country no who bebre the most ka untimi ntia say the way to so say nya de papa
dabi obi am obi say bi
na your matrix use e dey sa calculations and na why na em say o share criteria dey sa here your investment grade
yeah
Pitch for VFN investment grade. Investment grade needs started from AA3, 3 A's.
Okay.
Now that could say 3 B's.
Okay.
BB's as our bracket, no. Who fall within that range for investment grade.
Was it
grade? No.
Come a second one after 3 A's and second one in the
3 B's.
3 B's. And like a BB's
B. Okay. I don't grade B's.
Oh, that be that a brand beer. Brony. Oh, me the B's the metapu.
And the bees I call
bees the metape most of the time about me bees 5 menya is being me nam dia fra na ye fe na ai bb no adeko time we can bb na be say broni bi no na ne renya asem na omakọ na ye bi di asem no na nipa ko di asem na ebusa broni be man say o man options and was say the first edini Peter and was Peter I have some options for you. Option A was either you stay with your wife or option B was it B. What them B no was it either you stay with your wife that's option I pick it back property you go fix it
right it's so far no 3 Ekokosi BB3
yeah
a investment grade just a good for a country and only investment be brave go for this kamusika now call BB to say from BB no now by BB to say the BB plus to BB minus so bracket no and a speculative grade
yeah
so you be as a junk status
yes
so status no and ko ye from BB plus to BB minus. A hono just say unkoye. Yen yedia what say no. Your B minus.
Okay.
Into your bracket no.
Your B minus
BB plus to BB minus no. A hono speculative. Just a junk rating. Just say yen so yenya say a B minus.
Okay.
Highly vulnerable one. The default we be near war first.
I already hono.
Yes.
Okay.
Hono highly. Into you feel what they say. Yeah, but so we are no longer in the default
status. No.
You're moving to B minus.
Okay.
And you're the papa and you're not the papa. So, officer status now oba ni wabaya. A tresa o yenyoma kakra wo country. Na obe bisa se e den ma sa di e buy. Ye tete mu ya na ba implications. Near fetch for the two giants say your domestic debt restructure. I mean, your debt restructuring. You know, papa. Aba.
DDEP no.
Yes.
EMPP yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Osanso ka say IMF. Your facility nya no. Yeah, to 2 nyoma year the 3 billion or so no. And untina eboa more man e nim kakaka. No do try say recent economic conditions. Inflation taking a nosedive. Currency performance. Tinyoma miensa boss no. Enyoma 2 a previous administration achievement.
Okay.
Hold on, one I can was
it's a face for the
national executive. The atumana. When also your press conference.
Na koma chichi.
Exactly. Near coso in the past to your credit. You are quiet.
Ebe omoni so bring home defeat no.
Hold on. And you know, MP no kan ya. Pitch for the kind.
Yeah.
Good. Now, a then a chese adi emfaso e was so my sa grade away.
Yeah.
Faso be nya. Menka se be do B- in Nigeria, in Egypt, and about 4 countries and also in Africa, also status.
Oh, I see.
B-.
B- no.
Honey do. Faso be a chance to say no, ye ho ya kono kakra. So be my sika. You bet me a cheer over a period of time. Ebiso chese you can have better access to loans.
Okay.
Because idea you who be brilliant and saw that report. Almost said Ghana is expected to have interest to income ratio of 26%.
Hey. No, what property na such saying?
Or say Ghana between 2025 2026 your interest to income ratio no a bejina 26%. Now you're 2024 it's a bit called 26 a bit called 26%.
Yeah.
What is the interest to income or revenue ratio? A chesa so minor you get taxes, so that's the source of our revenue.
Yes.
You get taxes film crowd say you metia you do levy ba you do way ba di levy na so yin na de bobo mu wi a go don say 100 cedis a chesa emu 26 cedis no you be tiaka.
Hey, 26.
You share some report ni
And then you now fit you know.
yeah. Or say projection mine say by the end of this year no. Last year 24 near 25. You be 26% from 2025 to 2026 and beyond. I just could jump now or buy the taxes fee for bar. You 100 citizens, you 26.
Eda kutiaka.
Ya kutiaka. Now better than a hospital what develop it.
Wow.
Better than infrastructure what for him. Better than what is schools. Better than why is animal.
But 26 we what they compare previous years is what they say. Say 26% no.
26%. Good.
What they compare previous years.
Now I started some years ago. So no quarry there will be 40 something.
Hey.
A buy no term no more than crack it's so be to 25.
And they say the 1% that become home.
And they say because a bit still hot for that period. It's all the time you may know. A caught into car.
I see.
A then on my ye you bet me a tree on kakra. I must say in 100 cities the best practice across the world, another African country, between 10 to 13%.
Okay. Yeah, double no.
Double. It is a jubility about the report. I say for a mystery, so the NDC administration will take measures. I bet me Abuamasa 26 no. At least a projection. A better than a bit me yakofom.
Then the question is measures no. Be 1 or 2 measures be meet my.
A 2 in your ma.
Okay.
Back interest, back revenue.
So be increase revenue generation.
You increase the revenue generation. And then concessional loans. Who say commercial loans?
Yes.
The interest are nodding. So we go for other concessional loans.
But
and cost rate, because even B minus a year corner, I was the same. What cost international market so called loan? It's a high risk.
But you say you want under IMF no. You bet me akọ international market akọ loans kakra.
Restriction be anyhow.
Okay.
This can be real, yes, I hear loan.
Okay, to also the other no.
But also, I'm buying castle of a so-called international market. Because first they were RD no. Near to international market.
Yes.
But you say now you buy a new car called B minor. It means you can go to international market. But the problem is with your status. O castle will qua. You almost can know who saw your high risk.
Yes.
Before the high. Into Mawa or the Sion Cassia.
Cassia better so.
Into already 26. Oh, what you? Who saw Cassia sound the account there? Then now we are doing now the Kotiaka.
Hey. We are going to be bottom.
Hold on. And now they are a mind penny for the far innovative ways. I bet to page on my cost. It's my general radio, so TV, so near boy and seven. The government must find innovative ways of a review. Hold on, and what you wanted also.
But may call a yo. Lamposa, see about the training. Ebia now will boom for one watch me. I had to feature that. What can I say?
Go on, Menasi. Prof, actually, Mupa, Ama, Ubia, only accountant and finance background, no, at TSC. We only indicators, I'm going to say, or maybe any just say, need no age in a year. Inti, I was saying, just say, Magana Funi, I say, dear, age in a year, if free Audi, about be drew B minus. Your bumpire say, a beconin, but I was say, you busa, I say, Saturday when I did that crony bedroom hana. Intend this for you are Jomama, a dano, a buyer, 5 months, me and 6 months, no year to me. And let me actually every idea about bedroom, Sambriana. I think it's a sanity. I think, say, shop could be a shop. A bad name so bit him there, Juma, within 6 months, and young fashion boom, and I say, we move from. Shop a shas here to shop ABID by 20 years.
Yeah.
Into Yama credits. But the crack in the say impact in the same. Gun in the Abra
impact in the same.
I got on some mechanical crash there were Enra my crash because cement man.
Okay.
Or 130 Ghana cedis.
130 cedis.
Yes. 130 Ghana cedis. Meanwhile, December, na cement boy range between 66 and 88 Ghana cedis. Yepa yen check it. Na yeka cement is a petrol. Unim say cement boy kostra mason foreman labor or market ya kosro.
Almost GB.
Eba form where ema form bi.
Dabi na akaho. Kotokora kwa kasro.
Enti mi osi dan no ebo aye de ama no. Or the bedroom aboarding nipa okoje shop ni bo be kosoro enti ewo enso bebre we nyina yeso ye ho se aban no nija ba se fetch amaye rating a ekosoro yaka dollar aba form ne ho yesra aban omma yinhu ewo ye dada brabo mu na are meaningful to us ye bo se wi a omoma ne ma no mra from ampa na ye nyina no ye nenye okrom ha fetch de ne meka.
Okay, so who you accounting no?
Me accounting.
Okay. Until the boss ni.
Professor.
Na ayi see prof me the way jawo kwan. Mr. Sante Pacho me ma small video bi twame to na me fanya prof kwan ki to ABC.
Even though he doesn't know and no crowd befa mon.
It's option B no e could be say because say Uncle Pra so Uncle Pra Madina to Kaswa Obepra. It's to stay with your wife for the rest of your life.
I never been or say
be the one tier option no. Any option be better than the first option. I was up for a higher would be rated 95.9 movement television. So program did the Bɛkyerɛ mu FM God na Asare-Bediako Professor Asare-Bediako na obren ho ase with madie ne kasa no count to say obi a din no wetie no watro kama eya na wo mo ye fake no o me too loud. In fact obi fake be loud o Prof Achobati etino sa netie etino prof yija prof kwan na yatoa enkomolo so but prof ko nyame jaye what the bible ene what the bible jaye and what the Quran so jaye say yenhwe so na maybe bi anye adwobrel eno tino yebekọ so edi nkomo ebo be 9:15 a ye ni engineer Kobna Japan ebedi enkomo bibi ntino wote na echi akente be fe ne phone so na mema Peter Akwaba Peter
minia
ene mate say
boko
ohuye
ahode ho
okay
yenya do idea mechia tiefo ne ahwefo ne minua no mo ye hia wo henya
ye dase se wo ohun ebu
mani age pa
okay ohun ebu
mani age
okay lo ko na alaji tin mai hwana ye
koka na
adienko muhu aka okay ni eti mate na Peter so far no the issues na wo be kakra bi anase yan go straight to MPP
because unim to be fair adwuma na prof ne yenu anomo aye
academics ni ye
because sometimes ebehia say ubenya susudua bi as we move forward no ye be gina so na dia aye but anya me wanwa say party no almost score no na e wo form kakra I mean naturally a boy MPP now you don't expect to say na free abemwa no eye dey say omo top form no omo ni so bebiru omo kakra so but ohwa say they are picking up the party is bringing. I'm sure say a year by this time the party no and I say Prof Musa ko ye biwa omo hu say party no omo benya ratings e was ropa
okay enti enen komo ho no largely no ebeye MPP because say equal ko parliament electoral commission ko parliament efa ablikuma izablikuma no for de no and anya izablikuma no for de no nti no say no yibitime edi ho nkomo kakra but ye be focus in the meantime no on MPP de mo call meeting no neck for ne council meeting mo de be buy no ne my babontin omo propose constitution amendment no afa full one number one anom ka na bebere mo ka say wo no mo fa full list dem na be afa mu dwane over 300 pages meboa 303 right mo ko kan yen na wo kan na mo fa full list dem but propose amendment no ba ku bi ewo mu ya yen de me no se ko for start mu di hu nkoma I'll kick against that proposed no mo say enka positions bi hono ma first ni yen to aba wo so
yes
it can na be almost maintain but me stress in the common to aba wo so positions ni bo hono mo no say ya na say women's organizer the deputy yen to aba we deputy general secretary deputy yen to aba director of communications yen to aba there can be brain yen to aba no say ye di ama wo media ni say no ye me say enka wo hwemu a enkaye
sa
wo hwemu mu a enkaye to satisfy enema bi kakra all inclusiveness inti by you say over the past 15 years I say system has been abused and what is the guarantee say no it will not also be abused them you can say national treasurer me say menya national treasurer ni say etuno so aba obi person will show the competence so we tell national treasurer obeda show competence na ama the grassroots how do you exhibit your competence as a treasurer? How do you do it? How do you exhibit your competence as a treasurer? To the extent say, Koka, to the extent say, Ubetima ama me papa ekromo so you be ote ho. At I say we die Ubeti national treasurer.
Hono you have a point kakra, but the thing say ye hwehwe obi a se bie ye wai. Ye hwehwe obi a enfa sika nkoja no. Se ekoba se hwehwe obi a enfa sika nkoja na me wo ka se mfa me sika nkoja wodu a mempene.
Adenti.
What the cheche.
Se the timu ye.
Enti enam sa no yenko to aba na ebose ya na yenfa nko che no.
Edabi tebi chese bi wo na woni ma wudu. But national treasurer die me de ka menya enka party mpanimfo no enim obi a all that no wonu say ebia wa ye adwuma wo science institution we da wa ye adwuma we institution we da say bia wa accountant and as we say so they shortlist them. Okay, they can even say you perceive a chartered accountant to be a national treasurer. What you say?
In terms of qualification, yes.
One bit my shortlist say you perceive
because media say you probia or one media background.
You know, and you say you probia we chartered accountant. Na party me pa beba. Na oh me say mama wie. But your microphone off. Na ya company for atena say we mu de nipa 5 we chartered accountants. Oh, why you adwuma wo hada ye nim say we party ni mapa the credibility it nipa 5 no momra ebia manoma aye interviews bi ni ade na ma ebia nipa mienu bi ye de amawo ye no the grassroots for can determine it. Baby they said the director of communications me say they said the end is 4 year no ebo betima ye ne sa say ye bepe obi a the background communication mu and as a media mu wono the party for and the be party mpanifo say bia fa say bia na akomi ana so bi sai ko fimu sam mpanifo na omu wo communication background da bi kakra sa mo ade ne yanto so aba meba na sam mpanimu na nkono wo ho but ye wo that ye wo communications person so a that person should excite and grassroots for the say race workers you will mujidie no wants to kwatolo so aba ba oba wo that you know hall man can see ahwe to de enkomodi a ekokoso nyina and na the other proposed amendments bia and no ekoso now you say 31st January 2026 MPP beto aba omuka say 6th December ombeye electoral expansion kakra bi minim se holo ombeto aba bi ho mana so mbedin a sanchechi mu de mi se da enyanya ne ye enti 6 December ewom
they will do some
you
see that is dependent on the ABC on 19th next
okay
month. Se ko ba se conference ni ko say e be a former appointees and former executives omon to aba e wo se omon no ene e be a polling station no ombe to aba because there are 2 people like also appoint to more polling station be can
person starting call straight away na
o da bi say o I would be some na me tell him nti start a bit master
me that also afi start e father the free ba
say no man e mienu
the
conference date of election.
Yes, a question go for say a top down approach and I said day but me say we share 6th December dey ni semni dia and a miss grade and yet top down approach.
Yes, 6th December dey no because at the end of the day no there will be some form of election.
Yes,
at the polling station
before
presidential one. The presidential one.
Ayanko.
But no crane say party ninti amra bia when omu decide say omu beto aba no January 31st. It is not against any of the parties amra and omu constitution no say omu decide say omu beto sa aba no on January 31st. That point must be made clear. Into share the Article 13 now, Oma equal 2 year now, when Omo announce the January 31st now, or say, and Mr. Yen kind 13 no, Emrano, who say MPP party na Emra party, and Emranim phone kwa, inti Omo ya they are very careful. We had Article 13. Clause 1 now. So the election of the party's presidential candidate shall be held not later than 24 months from the date of the national election. Inti that 24 months is 2 years.
Yes.
Inti party no e dey show mu constitution mu say at least 2 years to time no or say e be do 2 years to time no omo candidate. In this ene cry yeti MPP decided say come to Omaba and now elect omo 2028 candidate. Just that there's a part or say 6 months to time or say announcement in your course. What do you say? So deciding to so to Aba on January 31st no is in line with the constitution of the party. Ebio the B part of the 13 one now say the date and venue for the election shall be decided by the National Council, provided, however, that the National Council may, on appropriate occasion, vary the date. Ebio, a body omuwo to me, somebody decided a da what's the party to abano, a National Council. Nti the National Council so na share ya omko decide say ombeto aba no on the 31st. And nti first and foremost omunti a emra bia. Na mom uhwe 13-4 now. I said the party, when the party is in government, the election of presidential candidate shall be held no later than 11 months before the national general election. So more about there any 11 months. But once a party no opposition there, they can decide somewhere to about any date. But you can say a borrow 2 years. Say omobe to aban. Now here National Council composition now. And you'll be akeko. Party no Council of Elders. Penifom deep party no a cheap pain. A enormous experience and historical conventions. Omunim party no form founding members require members of National Council. No more former executives. Deep party ni mu former president, former vice president. Say a kukudam for power and National Council members. And now regional representation, regional executives. Omuna akwako decide they say which is not also against the party's constitution. That is 1. 2.
Peter, mama say menya orabo kojo pon kroma wa ho anu so a. Good morning.
Good nothing.
Nyame adom ahode e wo holo mo. Sa wo so ho ye?
Nyame adom ho ye pa.
Na nyame adom ye program ya wada den da be na start.
Pacho ya wada o kan launch of Patriotic Institute na.
There be yi de be ye no Ghana nti anwumre no yi hode no. Yes, but this is
I was starting say no kno and be started.
Okay.
Here and him say production team no be my green light say bit me fiase.
Okay. All right. Enti honorable kojo pon kroma na me ne wa say yedi enkobo no. Na honorable dey said na wo ka constituency committee na party ne tie ye no na enkomo course na etisei nipa bebre proposals mo de ba etisei compilation no ekosei and na mo de ba bonten feedback amonya no so how do you take all?
What am I say? We say a party in the Constitution Article 19 and the require a fast so ya amend the Constitution. The kind of Constitution no cool back and the one council to me amend it and a national conference. Ubi biara a cultural said council and our neck as a constitution na me patrol boy no correct. A conference pet need to me as a constitution no. And the conference a ye ba kono and on a ma council eti yen you could say yenny petitions in fit party money na ho yenny party phoning komo na yen hwe adwenkyerɛ e wa party ni mu say ehimfa ne himfa and a party for be per se constitution ye be than yenny kakra na aboa yen te de be busumi be miensa na ye adwuma no ye di kan yensa ka petitions 300 different subjects and an uncle for percent a manifesto in Mako by 300. Any party in penny 4 party ma edi in common. You know that ye the abronifan recommendations ya drink try a fast proposals no. If a proposal be a some can be say yengu polling station executives na yengu no nenka nipa ba akope na nipa no so onhu adwuma omoye yengu ni na obi proposal bi o say yeah aims and objectives as a party na wo constitution ni no one aims and objectives na nya adwen intwani na mu nya ba akope say the objective ni say person we need to me na de chitra ban obi so say ade no kwa nya bato ni mim na obi o ye party ba bia ntumi meto abane bi nti ye ma abolish the friend electoral college system no different ideas you know ya teacher the aboni friend recommendations nti ye call council ye call council amane say ye wi adwuma na teacher recommendations no na sane amane tie no council kra entumi enye ntuma na say emungu enti no the council should date say yenko delegate conference Yet the recommendations no ebe ko delegates conference. Yako chirimu delegates conference. The party for at conference after swap by decide to say we recommendation we edmo yadring we anemo nyadring and power we san we ensano. In the council tia assembly fix July 19th se sadano. Yenko sa extraordinary conference no. Na yenfa report and recommendations no enko to party for him. In the meantime, the general secretary was circulating so beyond Sankabi. Nti a circulate say bia anko constituency bia no bia ankai bi enye na adwen ansa no aba conference and only the first thing our council decided say your report no omafre extraordinary conference 19th July say report no emra conference na conference enyenye ho ento so aba nti sabe ya circulate the tosu mienu your report also cite say the phone na do na overwhelming majority agreeing to any say I will see a flag bearer and temp. Isan say to say your penny if you need flag bearer. You need flag bearer and you know nipa do April flag bearer no more to take camp is my take camp camp semi so at the oyene kasa divisions near eba your constitution say your opposition you see your flag bearer before 2 years and sana yakwakoto national abano until by December 7th anya kura by December 7th 2026 there never say a flag bearer it means a December 7th which means our child of a flag bearer next week you meet me a flag bearer next week you meet me a flag bearer but it said December 7th 2026 now any party for to adjoin no party for do na say resenia say penny ni fi na ke na ade no yinyi penny no tem constitution now so say I will say a man who 6 months for campaign and some years flag bearer. Into your recommendation, they say council no to me so be fixed date no. The council on fixed date no. Now your man who 6 months from Saadano. Now you choose soon. And he said Dana 7 December 2026. The two council and the council deal come almost 2 hours. We China dream. Adventure in every year, Nipa Bako penny move motion. Your friend Tim Fojo, Reverend Tim Fojo, no movie motion say, Mr. Chairman, not Chairman Booting at Yapun, you know, say, Mr. Chairman, we move motion say, Council, you decide to say, by 7th December 2025. You choose your flag bearer. Obia a move counter motion. Omo e kasa etre adwen nyina akra no. After moving motion, obia a move counter motion. Nti odi motion e to floor komoko so obia move counter motion no. And I'm penning for putty question say all those in favor say aye. And then ho ode waso etoto ya Germany panabe 90-something% will be aye. No, I say all those against say no. Make a job upon baby man say nipa bako cracker no. Man tibi. Ubi a piano the catcher say move counter motion and otuaba etiaya and no crack. Adrian for church or madrid, you and to swaba. Abano moto all those in favor say aye. Overwhelming majority. All those against say no. Mantis will be a canoe. Into the eyes carry the day. The motion say yen twabano 7th December 2025 no. It carried the day. Motion carry the day in year and a constitutional and legal committee no. It draw the attention of chairman and general secretary say saa 7 December no within 6 months until said date no connect until almost sign a raise question is within 6 months no until said date no connect kaka and until for joya omobisa say until yemfa January 31st ana also for so e bisa obi katia obi anka bibi entia na chairman say until date no dey akoshe January 31st 2026, which is already in accordance with the constitution. Constitution no Emma Hokwan say anya required you say by December 7, 2026. You choose January 31st won kontia constitution no. And I adwin na baby we see and say we see penin intem na ono be ye franka tufo ono na fi nyina yeso hwe na anima yini so be dey ebeba no no edi nanim ono edi yanim na or as a leader no or the akoko obi raise motion about top down that and see that obi raise motion about bottom up and see that there was only one motion. What say yento aba 7 December and open motion by council to swaba council we na council adjust the date no to 31st January and open is here ne akani na de a conference July 19th na ehon na yen report amendment no wo mu no ehon na ni na ebekwa kowi. Hello Gordon
Ana pato mi tie wo
nti de ko si wo hono no obi be catch us say obi movie motion say top down na bottom up na there enye nokre motion ba ko pe ene buy 7 December on to so aba wie no na ya adjust ko 31st January eno penny see kai na aka no there constitutional amendment na be call conference a conference decided 19th of July.
All right honorable na muka say 6th December so some be electoral college expansion bi as election bi ye na de bad no man say that enya clarity ni ye
obia mfasa asem na ma o say 6th December ye be expansion wo ye recommendations mo sa recommendations na be call conference 19th of July obia am fix 6th December bia ho me na for them will be the enema mienu pe and a council decide there kasa ne doso ba mienu pe na council decide there ba core of them was about conference on 19th say in report in conference our core was about election of flag bearer 31st January simply said enema mienu we penny decide here.
All right, and then that's settled. And Mami Musa question back na how did the baby say why Dr. Baumia again? What's the answer?
I know a different asemo. I know I'm counseling.
And there be your free counsel. Your free Alisa hotel. Mo pe hotel hokododo. Your free hotel say your be free. Say enrich mo call Dr. Baumia office. Bi Musa say why Dr. Baumia again?
Okay, the entire make us say e bi mo sheda e confuse the two. Say council meeting any decisions no na decisions about Dr. Baumia and tisa crack I know na much no now after a council meeting a council announces say January 31st 2026 you be flag bearer no one more person running in no omo efiase announce in fact we mo class start announce and sana ye call council meeting. Minia penny by the champions. So no, the can announce a class and a council meeting say obejina bi. Me or fa Canada Japan or the can announce say obejina bi. Penny phone be no attitude but on share dance. The after fee council bab on team back can say you better ban 31st January no. In no better home will be at me for money camp will be at me. I can say me majina bi and I mean jina bi. And Oba parliamenta MPs 88 na wo no na fi nkobo fi aseko so charenti bende anye hwe kwa na MPs be 60 adria kobenku mu say ye power 2028 pa dia nipa ba kwa ya ton na wie etiaka nipa ba kwa NDC for the Ombeka fan who na or can we only be for Kafano. Nipa Bakoa. Watch not dream and not dream, Trena Togana for Bibri Akumaso. Say, Saha opening we say, Ninim dear, in soon in a buying, in needing any more a year. Sani Pano, on a Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Enti, Nipa Baye, a be a Siani a Trino. That drink of Benkom say, a Bebuano, a man a dim for him. Enti, I say, and no power a day. And then I'm son of her. And your core parliament and no pa you be in Ejimakakan. Yes, he called the whole office in Cuciano. He called the whole office Cuciano. Echo man Nitin Quase. So Castle Regional Bumwa, the Bijanity. The Yakono Pano and any cotton bed on Remy and any could do in Como. Yen Fiocra and I say assembled that. Radio, ne TV, so ne internet, so say, ye mube e be siani e over 60. Ya call Dr. Baumia ho, and I could come say, Pass original bioma, ye be din a chase and say, ya helping the Takrama was on no, then you pay didn't in 2028, ye be to me a winning. Dear, I don't know.
I didn't come be Matisse, when you are back, say a fidie. Omo de we Kristo ni de ni se woto abama ekremonima kramufo emfata se mbabeli de oman te se Ghana ya Christians ene doso one day bi de sanko bi anyambo next week ne yahwe why
mate
right abuza for enti kojo ponkoma ena mene ne ekasa kaka bibi
na me kan se kakra me kan found se mesre MPP for se baby gina no ehotro saa buso mi nsia ye da enimi ye bi opinion obi di enim sani amrane kire pepepe so one show ka say ye na ko kikan sembi ensem fata ebe to aba no be wi na ndisi fo be twa saa asem no on the abe advert tia in the 2028 election 2024 ebisi ya ensem one aka etitia ye hono ndisi fo e the advert tia man ko fo be su gidie out of the apathy I so far because of yankasa ensem we keka ho nkai obi aya enuntin we na ye kono mo man kai so mo ejina nyina ye party mpanimfo mo se fata ebi awo upebode me pemenkeni ni na ye de bo ampese yeye
pa
enisa wo ma wo bode a wo penti no wo kasa etia me mankeni den ni sa me so me mankeni a me penti no me toto ayampe afa wo bode no ye yesa ye be wie no nkabom ne be ye din nkabom so ne hia de weni mimi nim say Dr. Baumia na ye di na chi no nkasa ntia obi ada on kasa ntia obi a religion on kasa ntia obi a tribe on kasa ntia obi a sune ne ban saa so na me stress e camps ahodo na aka ni nyinara obi a so hwe na n'ekitafo an kasa ntia obi uri e kire de awo eya obobre de awo ye de tumi ni ma abetumi ya ye de aboa party ni ma party no e wini power tre no Ghana fo ebeti party fo ebeti omtrima bobel e mesai me ma party fo saa so na me so me nkosai wo ma party fo ti mesre se ye masa kasa we se na we ni free ha we okwa sorry wo muzama we ko we say we free nyame nkika ye de saa mpape mu ne ba ye be hwie no na se me ko ka kire Ghana fo ti mesre o mo fi ase ye saa campaigns as a presi divide no there be wo de ka wasem de awo betumi aye de aboa MPP ku no yetumi enya to me 2028 saa no ye wi a ye betumi aka ho aboma ye adwuma
na kojo wukoi obi asedi message wo se wo hwese de utuntumi si wo na e shine a ka onya ogidie kokko mu a na wase saa tenten kokko no pare ka wo hye na se kama wo se ka kala ni je beje wo se ka ne fe pe beye
mini anum bebre kura ko jidi kokko metro kura no mo kono mo mpa mame
isi
mo mpa ma nyina ye ni pa ba ko ma ye mfa mpa pe mu ni ade mba
Mate, abusafo honorable Kojo Ponkroma na motese ni di enkomo no member of parliament for France I be in the eastern region no information minister the immediate past minister of works and housing ɛna mote se ne edi nko no kwadwo ebedo asede bia setem bia no wo ha wuni ha no mo etimi etu esafre wa wutimi eye available na edi enkomo aha wutimi radio 95.9 movement television so Bɛkyerɛ mu ɛna mutie na mo hwe the fam god na Asare-Bediako ye be kwa ahoma no so sisia na me ne engineer kwadwo kwabna eje Japan akwakodi nkomo ba Peter yenko
enti de na me kan say entia emra bia
yeah
fit into their constitution. So there's nothing like early Congress. Ebio, who kind the Article 10 na I chere the composition of National Council members na. Omunye emofra. I mean, members of Parliament 20, National Executive Committee 4, past chairpersons, past General Secretary 4, past president, past vice president, past presidential candidate, past running mates. Just say who could damn for now nim. Uba the Article 3 in Swa or say duties of a member. So we a party near a by force over Janiku.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Na enematis engineer.
Nyanko padum Serano pana etimi humena moja frusania. De nyame ase eno ne hia kwa. Memfa akwenye so de atia watifu nyina nya.
Obi ajo so na gina me dey straight to amensa enka ebra isusana ye pese ye nya akonya wo politics ni ye didi akire no na nado da kwakufu ado eka ho nti na meme call MPP na kwakufu ado na nsia mihia no no meka kire no se wo ka ho pa na ma me ni agidie ewo MPP na after wono no na emrante bi so baabi a omo kasa ewo MPP ho a wotim so munim history of the party na wan kasa njina kwabra jeja po ka ho kasa till now o kasa oti se eni je ma ho ka mo kasa no ho te then wa wunu aka kresa mo a koye bibia ma mu yi na die no wono so no kasa wo party no mo to say yes na ka kresa mo aso eka ho and of course ura dambutwi ene ye wo fa agbache jako eti mo de. In fact, you can put Dr. Akoye say, Doctor, yeah, is a elephant, chase the elephant to the bushy. Dr. Atakere, so this one was not the part in history, be all man, you might fall out near the but you are still within my boa basso. Say, we never be brawo, you know. In fact, Jesus and also in grandma, still now, no, that's so, it do what you will never be hunting. Once again, congratulations, engineer.
That's really I was saying Gumiano pay because Ubudini be now what to me go back into history.
Sir,
one more name history, no better baby for her 12 Template Lane, our airport. Professor Dubois in field. Now, who can calculate somewhere, who can Dabuchi, Ubo Midin. Any ranty at the time, Major, he didn't penny for it is our time. Ubekwa, Ibia. Papaya no or Sheikh IC Kwe, Teresa Tego, Kwame Nabatel, Nanado, or no Nane, Dinah. Of course, Nina happened after 92 conference na ye Professor Dubois. Young Ranty and the Young Executive Forum for no Donaneta, Dr. Safedrichi. Adia ne fenese. Yet to abano legon, we are Kaka Samano nota. Dr. Selby. And so Dr. Kwame Safedu FIM Kolani no see near court 12 Template Lane Airport. Near Ose Okoma, Professor Dubois Trinkwa, and in Colano, or Domo Shawansa, no Munia Juma, and one on the Encoria Bay. Sasso Sumwa, ye pewo party one neck. Ubeka said, instead of party no SCSO. I assume ni passing a party. And you're wrong. Me MPP Osunu na meso na se Osunu no yi obi begina ho a nyina sa affection and dedication and loyalty we have for the elephant na dey assume nipa na emo me koba na say ye assume nipa say Osunu no eno na eha party say we are trying to build a party as a cult figures individuals eno so the end sa enye ti mesre party a cheetah for one way tear say omonfa omakuma nonto Osunu so. Osunu so it was formed at the time of extreme difficulty in this country. So we need to watch it akukudro at that time and to say no yes enquire ohi adwoa no bi ade nsa ewuram bi no yi mu na mari na in 1991-92 a to the party ye committee kra na ye de ehusie former Ejusu MP former foreign minister Kwesi Oseje now office bi wo Cocoa House right or Kingsway building esoro ho oho ne nyina timi kosie ne aye meeting ne akeka ensa ase kakra me na me akola 29 years afina me wi engineer na me adwuma Ghana Highway Authority enso bosumi bia utaku na abenya ne akambom ne de akoma gye ni mboaten wo party ekotese onfa moa party adwuma sa spirit of voluntarism to who ache ye de niema beboa enu buka se free o menne obia de obeti nkofo anu na party ni ba me nyare. It is not what we get out of the party of our country that matters. It is what we can contribute to make our country great again. And no, na mesre MPP for baby amubia. Se atenzi a ye bekwe. Bi here ne se party na asie no ebenya enkabom. Na ye hu se ye di ye hu ni. Ye kasa ye bibia yenyi edidiatem ne ano ya emfrim ne hu se osono no na yesom ne enya adwumaden entina April 16th ye call national councilor Professor Okwe din a report by me ti asem o kan ya tese report ne besi na me de mani enhu ye nanso so all presented report or ye verbal executive summary. The free mupani asemba kokai. Also the electoral college system is broken. Na nipa pi feel say eno ka ho na de yaw ni bre aba party ma apathy. The comfort try. Me dey wa yampo meeting no kwa na sorry. I'm say mo asem ko. Party nye nene start here. Edikanfo bi bai. Eno nku ye ho. Because me boy dia awia ye nwie da ibinum nti obi de say amobedi akodin da jamfi bika binti ni din da so chese me kase me bo ekede kunum ni adesenje
jamfi bika kumasi na wo ye pharmacist ana
I know from big pharmacy shop Mr. Jamfi on the net tadu bo anya chi ni sika
bika bantma
that's right so chese Dr. Selbinum Dr. Safuadu Bempenifua, a Dubuan, yet in one bar for a ama party, a dorsal. So, inti, Mr. The year betua bay. Me yes, me catch a party and say, the Emmy Yana say, he didn't go, better the way I got on radio so, when you move power, yeah, because executive of the party. And now parliamentarian, no too money, when a me lose you, when a me say, I know dear, and Lucy no enya ba aba 4 years na dey enimu dey ye betwa na mum se pese e bibi e baba Ghana for hu se ya sesan ho to present a more polished image of the MPP ebema ye party for omakoma to ye ndia na ense ye twe ho ba ekwa chiri kakra se ukọ akon asoja for omo bibi ye friend no AAR after action review omo commission na say successful anya successful o mba metan o mo ahwe ne ma ebo a me yi ana asa anya yi na esiem bibi na ye ku yanim no na ye de ahwe ya na montu enti report yi ba me de na ma dwen ni say enka party no go into concrete so na say pope free mu cardinals ne ko share dem na eto mo kunu nka bia party elected executives. There are some key stakeholders, campaign chairman, campaign manager, any former general secretary. Yes, we did put in war. Me I question them because we don't want the content to be public because nobody designs their strategic plan and puts it out for the world to see. No, and the order with steps. When I'm on to the co anymore. Nanka ya share report no detailed. Na eniema high anti amaya win no ye mfa to abonte de nanso de betu ekotodwem na actions a ese take a ebeboa ma party no ho aye akono na ye nkrofo a apa ye ti a omo agya ye ho no na etimi take those actions because we share figures of the last election year now compared to 2020 Ronaldo only 6.7 class Mahama only 6.2 class forward to 2024 Mahama just about 200,000 more there under any normal progression you go school na in statistics the friend statistical progression and the normal progression says you free 6.7 says you could do best 7 and 7.1 after I didn't pay back to 4.6 let's say bia yeti ya na say nipa na anto no ama woman call twab ama ndi ken na ngewu because o test bibia that dey no hwe na akoso de say yenkrofo na na kire ya nyansa say asema no mo ka kire na yentie omo pe a kire ya say so omo ankoto aba tumi no enfam mai omo yes aso esi say etifie and it is important we appreciate the concerns of the party and party for no so there were a lot of platforms so my number na me use na me press secretary to president and we tell us let's use this wonderful nipa bebre ni me sesa number no be sine nti MPP ni bia platform no de me atoso me say dan kasa oso nti ya na dodo no anim se so but ahomachi na se mo mra na me hwe na me tie de omo kan na me hu omo adwen mu ne me ha won ne at ti be sorry your council meeting am kase ade e ha party for pa any sa delegate system e dey say be to me ahye nipa 5 pensem omo ne eyi mpanimfo party na Ghana has yet communal houses certificate is a me MPP ni na me delegate na me be a delegate no be koba no the TV aba okoba bi or the your friends and fridge aba okoba bi o or the FD or the man ira ma de ni ade abasa until we are overly monetizing the electoral process see betimi asesa na say reduces our monetization say ye biem nke ye benya eventually no obi a we MPP ni mapa wachiro ni din watu ni dues de kese ye friend no card bearing member no kese oto abani bi nanso so yes na tie because me busa IT phone almost in fact the last council meeting on be my update 184,000 for per ena omo ye database as card bearing no cry 150,000 cards when you me print because card print no and yes sika ketwa and the card be cost between 20 and 30 cities and yes e bebiem na yama every card bearing member na capture even 1 million out of the 4 or 5 million conform tato abamaya and we sika pudu a your position one high and imagine no the next best thing and say yema obia wasum party no da that was my first proposal and most important proposal wasum party no da at the polling station level at the electoral college and electoral area coordinators level at the constituency level at the regional level at the national level ne san fanka omo wo say no omo nyina bi omo voting right ne former DCEs former members of parliament former ministers asum aban party aban former deputy minister Tescom se constituency bi ne o Tescom wo ho a ye president no kwa na eseto ye miemu na executives ni nyina nto ye ko overseas branches na branch bia executives nyina nto not just the 3 delegates ye do mo ba ni ade na ye mie adinum na council of elders e wo constituency wo mu nyina nto mie nka se ekoyi kakra bi ana se patrons wo mo edi esika ni ade boa party no constituency bia wo patron saso na obi ambassador ye mfa ma no directly there nanso so waso constituency no as a patron and also through why a patron of the constituency no obetimi enya voting right the same with some of the CEOs na omo boa party no through their constituency they can be seen and given voting right as patrons of each constituency. It is my first suggestion I'm sure I'm doing the next day April 17 they come a committee council no a power on so share amendment. We can say, number one, the party should ask all the 276 constituencies, say, woman creative caucuses. I deliberately use the word caucus so that a much wider and bigger than the constituency executive committee. Because constituency executive committee, other one on count. Ubu minister, Ubu member of parliament, 3 terms. Ubu the regional secretary. And so they say, yɛn fa no nka ho ɛyɛ yɛn frɛ no nti mɛsrɛ committee ni sɛ ko ɔmo nwene ho na ɔmo ka no saa na yɛmfa mmra council na council nsom na yɛmfa nkoto congress anim. That was the first one. The second one a meyɛɛ ne sɛ nansɛn yɛde biribi akɔhyɛ constitution no mu sɛ sɛ wɔn a ɛpere akonnwa no ɔmo buru enum a yɛnyɛ biribi ɛfrɛ no special delegates conference yɛnsɔne so to enum. And no, me feel say who nim paso because nipa na our conference delegates no almost just over 800. God nipa 800 there. Obi osika obetimi a bosiketio nipa be 500 na was switch election na ye basa. So, enti after the very composition of that electoral college is not representative of the base. Because constituency be any for back on to chairman pay. Now the sign hard you cry and say overseas branches na obi anim nipa dodo e wo ho. Say China overseas branch and now Norway. Omo bomb the 3 delegates. Say China omo 50 so omo 100 meaning na Norway nipa say na MPP wo ho nti omo di nipa 3 beto aba. Na bantama and na say ayawa so central. Baby a wo say it is not equitable. And so, those were the 2 main proposals I'm here. And I'm this second, a third one, third was say, it me expanding base in city they make. Now the former officers, Amabodina, Ebeka, current Electoral College now, which is about 220,000. Now you come back to Electoral College and you use 2018. Now you come back to Electoral College and you use 2014. Now you come back to Electoral College and you use 2010. You can't even boomer. Now you go to those days you use polling station, but you use ward system. Almost you know, don't know what tears and now pay will be a friend in 1996. Ni also come down some of can matin to me flower. I show muma nam say 2 minutes more na wo so say kekani nyina boma o he be twem ba million bi kra na go do 2 million executives e mum bi say bi afrim so na say the share constituency ni sa constituency bia o muni mo because me papa constituency krom constituency kumawu me say ejadu say o that ase o mu ye enti say to aba ndi ejadu say entubi adai omo na di esika ya ho de etitire party no 1992 uko agogo man ti kan fan so obi se eja sabre wonya ne ba bi ko enti so ha mo nto aba ne adentra ana sa ko menhia na se mensa a wo mo na peja party si hoi enti ene ye to aba mo nto bi ana uko bantuma doctor anane a o ye student ye woteka woni Ashanti students wa penimu a na edi na chi ni ade ye ku start party o kan wo mu ana e hyase no pa nti ono oto abanye yi why former Rose minister why be multiple times member of parliament because onye bi nti oto abanye yi. The same goes for people like SK Buaf Jeda Akunma wo sunwana why regional minister why MP multiple times and ye kwa enfre no ya bema wo Eastern region Alliance for Change ye
ya bema of Koforidua
on
na engineer patron tweme but so what menka
meton kapa
na one day bi we kwa de say metimi aka one day me call Goyle my cast match the pa for ba me more baby ko di ba ne de meka me call Goyle me call ye na me say me hwe Felix managing director yes say
prempe
yes say ye friend say ne personal assistant no is not on her seat enti no omuntimi verify say e wose mbehu eyi ana kwa wose prempe hey and me see so if the PA is not on her seat doesn't mean say the work should ground to a halt so I know one want to be fresh say hon ko so ko check you was so frey no the PA is not on her seat hey asɛmenti bi da ɛne gya metena ase mene sɛ meyɛ akwara na me wɔ hɔ no ma na mehu sɛ pɛpɛ a wobɔ ne din sisie lawyer yɛ abɛɛma ɛso aba hɔ obusa secretary sɛ wɔhwɛ ɛfɛ sɛ lawyer kwame sɛ prempa no ɔba ka the same thing akyɛ ne sɛ the PA is not on her seat ɛna me na yɛ abɛɛma o former MP, former minister, former Eastern Regional Minister, former manpower and employment. I think so.
Works and housing
Minister. Lawyer Penny. Also no sebe the body no say ketwa kakra and was no African print bi and na we gyina ho sam. He says no feel so call nanim and we jo kwatena ase. For close to 1 hour. This lady kept on saying, and the PA is not on her seat, so unless she takes her seat, and just had I hold the 2 Mr. Akom. Now me call lady, no me catch say, Papa na obebu sawasi said, Unimuno. And I'm missing the colleague, the colleague and name you managing director. One was a prempe, but one was a because the senior I don't know at the bar.
Yeah.
But be catch and catch a cocoa friend, I say, the senior, but no, why do you do that? I feel that first lawyer Abema no show me din na me chia no na me tibi da me abufu anti me so ifo na me koye enti na wa boli din such a person se party no take decision that be obibi emu a I think it is right and proper say on beka ho la injira ba to aso
so enti nsɛm de bebre kese niema kanipa akoma ehyi nipa edoso o party ho enti me yese sɛ yɛtumi biem na mpanimfoɔ nyinaa ne adadafoɔ nyinaa asom party enne ɔmudi abobo atena akyire no ɛbɛka ho de a ɛno bɛboa because MPP no polling station elections didn't talk about nyinaa because nipa num nipa na bɛto di na ani braba na sa adadafoɔ na ɔmo abɛyɛ polling station members from 2018 2014 ne ade nyinaa yɛ kasa ɔmo wɔ voting right a wobɔ sɛ sɛ ɛkɔyɛ polling station election koraa heat na ɛwɔ mu nyinaa ɛbɛba fo ɛna there are certain constituencies that then talk about hɔ mebɛyɛ general secretary bɛnso Miami Chrome section for the wintimi yon from Mampon de bia pinte kumahu o de ba dwabe o de
just so kwale ka ho
just so now they are call mention not near because no matter assistance MPs no MP bia ba opese oyi ne nkrofo a office o man to aba ma no e free register no so enti na nkrofo bebre akotena fi a omo akoma ya ho ya omo bre party se yetimi gi sa de etuma so be a former member nene ye yi na free so kra obesanya voting right enti edisa independent makodi we because ye yi me free mu nyina e be twa na Gordon timi disa idea we ba say idea eboa obia it animates the party at the base, it rejuvenates the party ni adina ye nye ni say enti se betimi aye ne sa dia because of tension na aba party muntino. So it means expanded base now we achieve that limited expansion of the base of the party, including the polling station executives now. Anyway, kama dream no to presidential and I say we expansion ananka ya to presidential prime minister no na the heat na bafo. Me can say no meaning say na binum agenda that say omo penentem the deal. No ma so enum me proposal am the near to Nipa. Now all over the news, Kabinaja says top to bottom to top. Miss Manusu, any of those words. Early Congress says, I feel one of them say, call so by I said, one make I said that Bremen. Party no, and she said, and can't call, then a whole dino, a form the work. That is where the polling station executives, that spirit of voluntarism, on them film, a bonk of Wopuno, or Casa, or or the entire posters. Woman here. enti me see yenka inform nyina dadafo ni nyina meka ho na emma peti no enkenya enti ye call last week day ya committee did report no by me dey say super delegates no mo can say yin free or who nim fa so because last election na presidential candidates no me 13 and so call ballot paper enti me feel say restricting it to 5 no dey yin free omo je no tum me dey omo je tum say all the former executives at constituency level, regional, national level no any former MPs former ni nyina omo je tum na mum police station who omo don so a who omo ye adwuma den pa all the man take me sorry say that busa chairman no in the council say man take police station in the proposal na me see entry police station national omo say omo ye progressive into omo the 2 e better one na say 2 na 2 no one e ko yi say 2 and a 2 no hwanya because as I say no yempe any situation be create animosity ni confusion adada for they are appointed on dada until nyame and now we ni appointed on they have been there and served the party for years almost no they are known, they are verifiable and quantifiable until me de hono de anyame de ana ye you know na obi am say Dr. Ntim Fojo Reverend Ntim Fojo yes council no constitution man who can say yen decided on date of a year nam say and they no correct obi an can say enye no correct nanso so say ade here power ne expansion no any removal of the super delegates no say could take a decision be say a be overshadow sadi intimidate ma femu de no let me feel say in say because you have a congress 19 you make my train during the conference no ya candidate because news there one no say more media ko mo pe the sensation ibunya kobo prime minister sempe enu be dominating news no Emma, me can be nominated to the BSA take a decision conference energy politics so the do become as in so I wasn't very happy what happened, but Sana all
right, is it there?
Or take a side decision. And the news about who's expansion Obia Mentis Obi can super delegates a free mother. The can and an early congress and the top to bottom. No sooner here party. The date of the elections, say originally a betu, said a benny a betu. The constitution says the last date has to be December 2026. National Council won't question between by January 31st. Name Electoral College in a betu ban and no who here. That is where the matter is. That is why I know I'm standing in Ashe Kratase. Mature, Ediakoma, all the constituencies in the Mr. The General Secretary or the proposals I council approving on the back of constituencies, and party no constitution check. Yeah, the core constituencies now. Constituencies no any meeting, no more share. No more refuse, almost cafe. The Omodia Benina Omasum, then some for polling station for no Emeka home. And the electoral area for no emeka ho adada for no meka ho NCP na munye du enti that is the appeal am number bi na me gina me no ka say me sre party for 80 constituency for ordinary members omo constituency officers delegates na beba conference no won't take a decision no crisis here because sometimes you try to conference time e do ha yes a voice vote hey na eniema SCA need to discuss it. And to me, suggest the National Council said, Yebenya, the General Secretary the proposals no come constituencies now. Constituencies organizing meeting, large meeting. No one taking decision. Say, Ade amode buy we yepe, see the baby town.
Ejina we facha me but wo krata de koma wo mo no me will be wa ha. Na we Democrat former General Secretary of MPP. See, I just about 1 minute ago, I said majority decision at be a juma. But wouldn't you say we encourage the grassroots for the say omo advocating for the inclusion of past ward through polling station executives ne electoral area coordinators from 1992 urban. Unya sure say against what the party the decision that the party took last week here.
They said a decision. The party accepted the proposals from the committee. A different decision back on the date of the presidential primaries and the council taking the proposals and they are fairly they call for ratification. And they accepted proposal now. And your council.
Okay, but suggestion the bus I let be mono. Is it on the table there? So far, no must send 303 pages. Is it part of it?
And no crime no usha committee no free be lawyer for free we know it reduce to bear 10 near 10 na me say Frank Davis boss and na me so me can say oh yeah near money bebre e bring the penny so confuse you the here party for no pa any the expansion of the electoral college and the focus on back me no me bi yes I was the near 300 comment for over attend. I remember even the previous year, make us look. At the end, we shall committee reporter Professor Ukwe. At the here party for panel expansion of the electoral college. So let's look at the electoral college. Let's make it the major item. I could do come out the name of a confusion nipa. And he said, me yes say proposals here the Bremer proposal the Bremer just by force so accepting now. Here the Bremer constituency be should take a decision. Ibianka ye the bro better say Asante 47 constituencies. Ibi emu 30 say yepe. Ibi emu 80 say yempe. Ibi emu 65 emfa bibi nka ho. Charles ne ba Greater Accra out of 34 constituencies. Ibi emu 30 say since na yemfa polling station for no nka ho. Sa na oko other regions ne eyi sa na say no.
Engineer, don't worry. Oba me no war outstanding a very extensive interview here. But one quick one, Pacho. Are you contesting?
Let me say a organization of the party. Most definitely, yes. Because me prepare, me be kakaka, my consultations being at. I think in the first week of July, I'll make an official announcement.
Consultation me kwala meka ho ana
I said me no I design komoida nti but I think that there's a strong goodwill from members of the party who feel that we have to go back to our roots, what we know as MPP nti so me dem ho Bɛkyerɛ party for drew ho to me no msem na wo na meka say enkabom ene de ebeye no ene hia abato no de there will be kokromoti, there will be Bɛkyerɛ na dwen. Almost no, I respect that.
All right.
And
it's what
the
Engineer Kwabena former General Secretary of NPP and Motise no AD and Komono. Aha eye would be radio 95.9 movement television. Move feedback na mode ba no. Bebre lots of them. But ni nyina no metimi dia achemu tu. Ebi mu said the engineer Eka no. In fact, but I'm said it's not on the table. The party to take a decision. What them but going forward, so meeting my expanded further. Meeting up on the top of our Peter, remember one man. Someone now can
make a rent to you.
Oh, wow, Betty.
Oh, the mammy never call. Inti now make a January. Flag bearership contest no once na make say there's nothing like early congress.
Yes.
Na me check.
Confirm.
Yes.
On open December.
And by them say clause in say 6 months announcement na to the time na be am I push call January. And you omom ko take decision so yakuku dam. Na me final point a honest in say who your party ni now decide so be join MPP you are bound by the decision. We hear Article 354 of the party's constitution, or say on member duties of a member. 5.4 or say abide by and publicly uphold the decisions of the party. Abide by and publicly uphold the decisions of the party. It's all a party ni mapa. That's also doku nunkwa there.
once National Council could take a decision, say January 31st, Umberto Abano, it ends there. Okay. You may disagree with that. Say, they say, "Oh, share you know anymore," or say, "Yeah, papa, anymore," or disagree. Can't go against the son.
Now, what the proposal call? What the proposal called ye?
Pastor Minim, Miss Oh,
because me break the proposal. What the coin no, or me copy, mammy be at the home combo.
But me nipa nasem can ya kakubo ura wache jako. Oh, say you see, you can disagree.
My own Torino.
Yes.
Torino.
You can disagree. You can disagree with the decision. So and rightly so, that is entitled to, or he's entitled to review. But you see, all your interview, no quotation be assembly or kind, I'm say a problem, and I'm quoting. I say, if you understand campaigns very well, you will not elect a flag bearer at this time. There are 88,970 human settlements in Ghana, and so if you elect a flag bearer and expect them to campaign in all the communities, it will take them 10 years to achieve that. But if you have 210 executives from polling stations, they can successfully campaign in these communities within a week if 2 executives are assigned to each community. But so is he saying, say, at every point in time, people will not have polling station executives? In any case, say, even say, Oma amendment here, proposal which one I likely that engineer I can say, if a former executives make any former MPs in Penfubima make likely say beyond Bɛkyerɛ to me former chairman, former secretaries near the, which means say even say police station executives or way. Say some they will still have opportunity to vote. The new one amended a year here say
Bɛkyerɛ up to 11. Okay. Up to 11 about 10. Until it will be in 10 minutes crampa. You be 10 minutes to spare. In Tibacho. Obia 10 minutes, Mamma for 10, Mamma on quite for 15. Most of the time, that's one. More to shadow so near to us. Whatever this out, who could this
Ushepa, they did division about party, Muka, Sepa, presidential candidate contest. No, wouldn't say anything Rebecca Sawahay. Even who can be crowd, we are, beat me first. Other who are some of you okay, also support to win, now support to Yana. Me and my sister, only my kunto kwa
Obuasi.
Also, asemo no so kura for na ujinam na flag bearers contest kura starting.
Who's a critical analysis?
Yeah, call thank you toy. Chance me kosi, obi say the supporters. Ya call ye ni say any ade. Bibi bie no ebesi party ni mu a. Ye deduce no to either say ujina party candidate A or candidate B or candidate C. Say ye na free wa. Na eno to echa. In any case, at every point in time, there will be polling station executives who have to take a decision. Likely there will be addition. So why? Enti medem masem sina menu anmo abamu no. Mesre. Party not take a decision. Umpo, you take a decision.
Okay.
We should not insult the intelligence of these high-ranking, respected people. Amako take such a decision. Amako take that decision. Let's respect that.
Me papa back on Mr. Asare was say yes, abide by the decisions of the party. Good, but we can also critique the decision.
Yes.
Choice
of words.
Until that would ban.
Choice of words.
Mestre MP for man tell me about one as most social media na attending na some I am professional. Say MPP come meeting one day e wa Lisa hotel wo dia ko gina ho. Ko gina opposite side ho ko na hwe mpanifu a ebe wurem. Na hwe mpanifu ebe wurem. Wo do mu so mu wurem mu sa na wato ni na wo akohwe wo fie bebe wo firi. No busa wo say ka wo fa bi. Wo pedifo equika ba ko wo busu ma kenye bi kenimonyam aba enti hu nya sa picture na wo kasa ebeye ye ho bete kakra ma menko ebo
bra
ba just say and ask me samra how da ma menko ebo ho bra just akosumu die o menya akosumu nkania yeah
anope ma minchia na minchia etefo a hwe I think say mechia yenu akrobia asante tago
man tago
na mechia alaji Dr. Mahmoud Baumia ene And go on what the allergic can
amplify it.
Tago, Pacho, allergic safer no. Into no, you share MPP issues no. MPP has always been here. They be American say the equals no. Whether upesa we president, upesa we party chairman, upesa we position be our own party no. The say as a party person say it is the MPP as a party no and a paramount. It's what the bia obey bia no. Adi bia obey as MPP ni as whoever you are no. Say MPP no. Important now because there we here whether we Brian Champion camp, whether we Dr. Baumia camp, whether we him no, we here one MPP to come together to prosecute the agenda. Inti ukasa obeka sakra na ese hu se no. Ese hu ti. History beka chen say 2007 time nipa 17 ekọ contest for flag bearership. Nkofo kasa bebre edu bebre nkwa na candidate na kasa om contest no omutimi hia ekasa. But supporters ni bi ehu nipa no wini na no omutimi ben no. To the extent say koso ato say na Nadu kra be president. Nkofo bi nsema na omo aka in the past into no omutimi ba na Nadu nchen. Nti say nkofo ye careful. Na ye hwe de ombeka. Eba no NEC and a National Council meeting omuko ya. Ye nyina yaka Peter kan we constitution of MPP kra one of the important organs of party no National Council because we share the category of people are omoko a e ko take his decision na. Nti now I am of the view say once a council take a decision democracy ye nyina yenim whether we support you, you want them hey. Class captain on studio in them.
Ebinum coffee.
I've been coffee. Ebin so epe. And they been so can you boom.
Yeah.
I don't just say a bonnet. Into once I
need the okay.
What can you be a candidate? All I'm going to punk myself. Okay, I'm a bigger understanding of the echo so. And yet propose as a queen on Bejatu. Into no. Let's go by what has been decided. We are party here. The one decided said the Beko conference. No, let's go by it because any BBA or Bekabia no na it be ebeding ebejatu. I think after the meeting, no, you know, I'm paying 1% or more intentions in be declare the ambition. And your bonnet me as MPP near me pay MPP. Me woman in part me person be flag bearer and I'm feel so no sooner. Party no ya de no kwa be yi wiki mu one of the aspirants former DCs ni MCs ni I think on can Japan camp issue I don't just say bia mo ko share ni na kwa no they support him
oh dabi me no ka say kwa omukọ some more mountains former MDCs no
omukọ share another
omukọ retreat
mameka asemi church
makoda hotel dedefo
o say papa usankuma ekobi
papa usankuma ya so be refi so ekobi
17 no count
okay
and omuba western region western region also free
yeah.
There was a meeting and Papa Usankume share Western Region delegate. No to say candidate kunso yede. At that time no so candidate ni jina so.
I'm sorry gonna quiet.
Within 30 minutes now.
E won so fabi.
I'm so fabi. I want on one region.
Enye wan kwa.
Dabi.
Hakma so fabi.
E wo wa.
Alankasi de no.
At that time now ono Papa Usankume ni nua na regional chairman na no Usankume.
Na Usankume yes.
And
wow.
And Madam Abnakwala no regional women's organizer. These were the two people. And you know candidates be our right so be share ni pa bi opebia.
Oh of course.
It's me man ko fon ko yes say MPs no mo ko stra Dr. Baumia de sebi as o my boni bi. Ni na ye how e be manage no. And na mo bia so emfa na adwum say election and as politics no. The fact say last year and last 2 years no obi here Dr. Baumia campaign manager ntino and no free the campaign ya de yan wanwa. Oh Debbie
let's say there were hold the bia
because your MPs are almost support Dr. Baumia Ebi at this time around, ebi mu wa omomba.
Yes.
The same way you will be almost supporting and chairman. In fact, and now the penal mention I'm say MPs ne supporters in because no more honorable and chairman. Bɛkyerɛ honorable Brian ho. They say Dr. Adumaki Kisia week more person.
Also MP.
Former. But that type of parliament say no supporting Dr. Baumia.
Oh no, he has never been Baumia. He has always been Alan.
Exactly. It's
Asare. Always been Alan.
And yeah, dear, say one man.
In fact, even sticker, you see, Mommy and Shane may be sticker sema ya walking. Sticker wasn't a Kufuado. Sticker has always been Alan. Always.
OPK,
always Alan. Memoria wa free mu John Kuma. Always Alan. Baby been a CC and almost a Salmagian or bar. And so today they think say Omuntim support to a year. And yes, she's in the news. It's not look at Japan. The campaign manager wajai the campaign chairman omunyi na ejai ana mebwa but what new people no more.
In fact room krompa ba say omunyi call another
first effect that be a back on kwabo wusu am told say okọ Brian
ba no nche
upon be the minimum so far
nti ano nche say eboni ana say nti no yema Obia right, Dr. Baumia betimi issue Obia, MPB betimi akaso support we. The same way ebi mu support other candidates. And I'm say the year na no, it is the MPP na say adwen ho. So we ria unhia MPP no. Ene na abaye adwuma nti ya hwe kesa na because 2024 election no, most of in somewhere NDC used their campaign ATI MPP. MPP for na somewhere. Yeah kan including some of the people are or more contested as presidential candidates in Adeno. Ebano sa party yekoyi flag bearer 2026 dina. And a Peter Kine constitution. No? One thing I saw be when he said whether they have performed well or not, and as some are performing poorly, to some extent, no. Many ebimiya adweno. The current executives from polling station to national no. Omo mandate ni entry mu anameboa. It's party for no ebi mu mama nkasa say we mu ade omo they are there illegally and I say they have until 2026 and 2020
polling station no ebi
yes
you see ebi the same party
February exactly nti esun polling station for quite time
esun polling station na ebi kura there un say ye bi before asana ebi mu on ma omo extend the following
February if 13 February and
before the other was February 2022
yes.
So it means that omo amre to aban na omo mandate that so
no but even that the national council no our mandate over council as no
yes
e do baby no na executive no time aso but the party took a decision say omo extra years to be months to be
as no
yes as no before by election you know
national
okay national Peter intino
constituency okay
intino once here this timetable na ba I say you have to go by it and also be boa ma dede na e wo pa yen na yen nim say ye flag bearer na most of the dede e so party say the Peter ni obi aka I flag bearer nsem ya and memo bin dream say ye flag bearer na say bia ye fa say Dr. Baumia wini a and not just say oba no regional elections and constituency election now be imposed because party for nim the current national executive party for nim omo ye adwuma and I say nipa so ho any nipa so baby nti people shouldn't link it to their flag. Yes, you may have some one or two choices but at the end of the day no Dr. Baumia going to mean leading selecting national executives in other way no am I nti no I feel say party baby are not supporting the whole table no so no na me hwe ni because Gordon made the man be no o share this flag bearership issue here kan
yeah
it looks like this for crampo no e person mo chere MPP nimpa on be flag bearer anytime as abesi bia no e say who said the opposition condemn no more no on no musuro no and I say party for no dream home because from 2007 ebesi 2016 na Akufo win election we show be so million kampala no you say on say sa no nipa no sura Akufo de say Akufo be nipa no ye NDC ni so me hu Manase mu nkofu bi girls bi on church no bi o so MPP an kamu nja ba o me no mfa sei enye NDC for na o Manase azuro ye post ma NDC girl ba ko be comment here say aden Dennis Abuaja man ejuma na Manase was saying that Onu Philly said the best person I saw leading MPP now Dr. Baumia. Yes.
Yeah, man, that's
Facebook because he has been marketed, he has been yes. Yes. And you know the party people should listen to the MPP Bekan, but yeah, sure being so made the party na marketing no. Me last time Bekan say comfort me ka so yeah the doctor do one prof do one but ebia se party
and they call one is he say
I'm say ebia party repeating now aka 2000 quote me then and 98
and 96 go better win
aka winning election it is we na so Dr. Bamia doesn't qualify because he used to win the media makumemu no we feel say they are torn that the enemy no
that be na nipa ko kasa no won ko primaries lose o primaries lose also be say babiem but you think say do akọ national elections on no deserve second chance
into no yama ekwendam na me de
2 legs good 4 legs bad
Dr. Bamia lead party
all right Mati ebuamu a na motene ka no how do and then wo 2 issues so ka so be kan medasi
uti so now so nyansan wo
medasi me fani sa thanks for the compliment
yes
Alaji Pacho yanko
you see o kanona also be free party we know cause or supported candidate be the last time now this time or another so ojawa it means that wajawo ko bebe no onye papa enontina okoy I think that mentality is wrong yen nyina ye ka Alaji Inusa 2000 he was Kufuor's campaign chairman in 1996 he was part of Kufuor's President Kufuor then candidate Kufuor when say 2000 wajai party no
a campaign manager
campaign manager to Kufuor
yes
when say wajai party
yes Alaji Inusa also Kufuor entime we then call NDC 2012 we need oko NDC no entime antina ho say the oba MPP are not tete they say away
so Alaji Inusa may his soul rest in peace
now the full name is Ekrambo
Alaji Inusa na ya friend Alaji Inusa now they are kind now about the party's constitution ne bibia I mean obia ka bibia me my interest is about the amount for count and the unity of the party contest ne kon presidential primary the party no what decide we as for that one is settled as Peter is we always say is settled so there no 31st January 2026 is settled national council settled no now people will be contesting and I say almost supporters and the ombe canon will show whether nipa no be win no say ma ingredients I the member NDC for on be use against a candidate obia nim their course 2024 nema amount for kai e binomo almost say mo blame the 2024 candidate say on nema lose election no ono can say MPP lost the election in 2022 now 2022 na Dr. Baumia na MPP candidate
there be
nti o ko school bi wa bo schoolmate din say wa kan ema bebre aso ko Opokuwari
am ko Opokuwari yes
sticker wa ko
also ko Opokuwari
em say Opokuwari it's a very good school one of the first grade A schools now so wa produce ebi no ma they say
how the PV be coy
correct it's all meaning pa nti e say check it
how la me coy
yes on say also tiso na so nyansan wo
that's
ese check ebe no omo kasa ya omo kasa you see MPP for who it doesn't matter the time on be prime presidential promise at any material point no MPP delegates no people take them for granted they know who will lead this party if you look at MPP from 1992 up to now at any particular point they know say we and I had no coalition it doesn't matter the number of times nipa no be contested they feel said that person is a person who should be me and I'm not worried though the only thing I'm worried about is the messages I be canon throughout the campaign no those messages they will be used against the eventual winner the contest that's what we should guide against. But as for Omo can religion
any in the friend say was the first year we slate no
yes
I was say me ayin the ko choose Paula Foko watermelon any ko Japan me ko watermelon ni bi
me wo ho na no
me ko I think say me ko ya wada etimi hu ne ma e course
What the car na call
flight
and in there so me the flight na call
asembe kren e ka the motor ka motor ka so the motor
o car anka make say ma B2
na me call ye no ye hu ye tete nkomo e course se na Akufo-Addo slate
yeah
na Akufo-Addo slate ni 2 chairman na nye Paul Afoko
yes
general secretary na nye Kwabena Japan
that chairmanship was confusing
I said na Akufo-Addo ka che Jake se mo contest
yes
ana me boa e ma Jake abufu sa ho ti do afi no support to e fe ni se and Jake Fedowari Steven team
team
and Afoko na e ho na me hu say MPP delegate always they know what they want.
My goodness.
Because MPP for the past 20 years, any form of support to the power penasem and an Akufo-Addo. Say one lead the party no. But they didn't like his choice, say say John Bray
as general secretary.
Yes.
At
that time.
Yes.
They had voted for him in Kumasi.
Yes.
They had voted for Jake in Kumasi. But when we went to Tamale, we said no, yampe Jake bim.
Even though Omoye Akufo-Addo
Akufo-Addo loyalist. Omunyina. It be who they call so what Tamale that day. By the time that time you akabasi we film. Na me ka me say ki true book bi kura about say we a politician. Na enkofo pe wasem a extending it to say the open access will be anchor support on the now here true book could be I was adding but Kaba died with it unfortunately but so had with the picture be my photos
so what confirm the American
yes
any material moment no MPP delegates they know who to lead the party
yes
at any level
yes
even at the smaller polling even at the polling station level up to the national level then presidential candidate omuni baby and people should not think say that thing say Niema or more canon and never influence their choice. That is not what they know. As we said right now, they know if you go to the ground, they know who will lead.
Oh yes, they know.
So they know more. You know, we should just avoid Niema be a kind. Those things will be used against us. Now, me
the picture be to Mr. Santi. Yeah, now they are to some me. Why? Oh, kwaso.
Okay. So, ena meka. Nepa no can say ebiom. Obi can say Eduboy. I've seen Eduboy being quoted say Okoye Yamanon Kobium. Why is the person not mentioning those who followed him? Why is he not mentioning Kufuor who went first one the party brought him back?
But your picture be that way.
Alaji
Inusa. Alaji Inusa. And then the picture at Dasono. It's no
Fugo no.
Nipa bebre. Ye fed Isaka Inusa. Nipa bebre nimuno.
Alaji Inusa.
And Minister sent the message. Say Alaji Inusa wanted to come back to MPP in 2001 as a prodigal son.
Yes.
But Chairman of those sides stood his ground and labeled Inusa as a traitor and not a prodigal son. Yes. He died a few years later.
In fact,
Alaji Inusa,
until eventually
he passed on. All right.
So what I'm saying is, Nepa no obo why is the person not mentioning former President Kufuor? How call 96 1 say party no they know by Biom 2000. Why is the person not mentioning the just immediate past president? Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So we call 2008.
Yes.
So anya.
Yeah.
We call 2012. So anya. 2016 and onya. All these years the party have trust in these people. Say eventually they will win the power. Say all these years and so now man for contest more.
Of course,
but the party knew who was going to lead them. It is a casano to say bigotry sticker, religious bigotry sticker or propagator and a hammy.
Okay.
And a hammy. They may say, you know, dear me, I'm not worried. They may be waiting.
But you be quiet, Kami say, Yami Monday.
Yes.
A central for Ghana in Naba Kotwaba.
Okay.
Akwakoyi president.
Yes.
Monday weekend.
31st.
This Monday na. Oh, 30th. Monday week. Monday week.
30th.
A central for Ghana in Naba Kusi Akwakotwaba.
Yes.
Na a central for the nim say Albert Kwabena Jomfo, the incumbent president of GJ.
Maintain.
Niyuma power ye.
Yes.
Any vision that one in this one. I was say it as I'm maintaining.
To fighting for
yes.
Press freedom.
Press freedom.
Defending media for over the past 4 years.
Nyame adoma de ebe koso nyame adoma dwada na wotwe Ghana for instance ofo nyina ba koto aba ama Albert Mati ai me kwa amra
no na me nka ma me wie me
so obvious street okay to aso
easy no edam e pa any way Ablekumanov who said we election 6 months in Ablekumanov is still pending. Among for BIA representative a parliament. Why? Because EC said 3 polling centers per in a young fan home. And court amount order say security police or mama EC security now on finish collation. That has not been done up to now. Now no and majority chief whip. That Yamapo. And of this question for easy to explain why that is still pending. On by and Jimensa, the EC chair, when Timiamba. Now the Viamapo, I don't know, and say these people they have a certain fixation about Jimensa, Mrs. Say, my men at any material point they will want to have an opportunity to run her down. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Mameno and Casano, no. She had other duties outside this country. To I'm a lecturer, my former lecturer.
Bossman.
Bossman
was what you
Bossman or chair me master's level, migration and international security.
Oh, okay. Miss what my dear.
Oh, the political science now. Yes, but I use his book. He has a very nice book, foreign policy. Foreign policy. Into a buyer, and demand the questioner. Majority people because of my men on ambanti or no or suspending the question no for the woman herself to come and answer. Only that
was a bouncer. Our night club.
Giddy. I'm so on penny. And Habib, first deputy whip, minority whip, and also go to standing orders. So, Parliament constitution is standing orders and no any procedures in and no musu. And I'll say a standing order 88.7.6. And I'll say in the absence of minister, member, or head of an independent institutional body to whom the question is directed, the speaker may permit an authorized person to respond to the question. Authorized person. No.
Authorized person.
Yes. And not now a folly on way.
Bossman Asare.
So the speaker, who
Bossman Emmanuel Asare.
The speaker, second deputy speaker or presider, I'll say you ask a question. If you wanted as let the second the deputy chairman answer, say per se or more answer there and they withdraw your question. Now young fire baby call.
Yes, was it boy?
Also boy, also okay, then he should answer. Oba no okanema bebre na mama say Ghana ho me say police for ya charge omo for contempt and this democracy no can say we are wasting our time
sir
sure also on the two answers all my no also on 28th March 2025 EC wrote to the Ghana Police Service after a Yama directive say court ama order say provide the security about three outstanding police stations. Seeing the task force to agree on the date for the completion of the collation. March EC and respond. Then a follow-up meeting should on April 10, 2025 was postponed after IGP traveled to Boko conflict. Omo Ankombe holy meeting on April 10, IGP traveled to Bokunti due to the conflict. The Ojani.
Oh, see, I shouldn't do Johnny.
On whom they attempt to know Johnny.
Okay.
Then Ambaso, and then on May 2nd, 2025, the commission again wrote to the security task force proposing, say May 8th, among year meeting for. So that they will give a new date for the collation to be done. 3 police stations, no. And the date was set on May 15, 2025.
Yeah.
However, just 2 days before the scheduled exercise, the police wrote to the EC.
Sir.
Yes. wrote to the EC on May 13th. That is so on yet take a decision on the 15th. And on May 13th, they wrote to EC say there was a pending case at the Supreme Court. Police for about the same collation.
But was the police stopped?
And I make
was there a stop?
And I make I say police, somebody will have to charge them for contempt. And a meeting because of that, Ablekuma, they could not provide security for it. And maybe say, Isi no ankasano.
And quite o message be about me, David Mam.
And I say, Isi no ankasano. With all this, what is the role of AG? And I'm not sure I say AG into a modi case no ma, sa Oman alerting AG to intervene to give them advice on what they should do with the collation. Up to now, May 13th, the AG has not responded.
He said they are all interested parties.
And I see AG, they are part of the executive police. AG, any police, they are part of the executive, and their interest is that this thing should not be done. The collation should not be done. So what I'm saying is, I think in this matter, EC has been so magnanimous.
Yes.
They have been so generous. In saying, we want consensus from both parties to declare the three results. The
police is complicit.
Man, as for police, it's a matter of East in America, said they've been generous.
Yes.
Me suggesting they say the police EC head office, a year center be a year quite fortified.
Yes, security. Yes.
Main lecturer Oba, he say EC for they don't gazette collation centers, and therefore they decide where they collate particular results.
Yes.
Me say because of a year we calling now, there's no way Attorney General Bema say Yanko
green light.
Attorney General in the first place
they don't need it.
They don't even have locals in this matter. Constitution is clear say each and every conduct election in this country without interference or anybody. Until me say easy what they should do now, and they say it's obvious that this security thing will not be provided. What they should do, they say they should invite the political parties
to the office.
More formal reps and
4-4.
We are going to declare do the final coalition at our headquarters. The place is fortified. What would you Jimmy say? It's a security zone. Now, declare results. If a political party refuses to be part,
declare.
You know what to do. It doesn't invalidate the declare. If you have it, you should go to court.
Per 2012 Supreme Court ruling, yes.
And this will be the solution, because if they want to wait for security agencies or police, that Ghana will be, everything will be in abeyance, and that is not democracy is about.
Audu Mahama, managing editor, the custodian newspaper. Akwabise was the topic biaba or evidence or discuss one day. Ebema untumi kwasem for was say freedom is coming. Munti asem you. DNA testing will be mandatory before a child is discharged from the hospital starting January 1st, 2026. And now Omode Health Minister. Omode Health Minister picture abeka ho obi antimi fa sa mra be ma wo Ghana o trust say wo jira wo na wo no oba
me social media sem me fa anya adwuma me ba no enkwese o kan
it can't be
I'm not sure. I'm not sure
DNA test anya mandatory say
I think it was obi
wo jira wo trust wo jira say wo na anya ma ene mo ni mo nya bare na we ya sem be our abusa for NTB na about 10:35. We've got 25 minutes to go. Tamenko lawyer Okutebia for our lawyer MPP Sem.
Okay, hold on.
Minia.
I think saying you did kind of was say in MPP ma. Yet yes, party na party back. Ye ni way party and now way party. And the assume party ni ho or maintain party ni ho. Near di ni na ba be share mo no party back. MPP osono. Message say nyina yenkoma party no yanko ama opsono na we so osono na otwe na we de ne sawe osono asom na we butu osono a ebe de pass party no ekoye nim eto abawie ye mpanimfo nyina ne party mado na aka ne say yehia enkabom na enkabom no ebe ba wan na de ba ya
enye nipa baakofo
na sometimes in Yakwanyaba radio so and I Casano, to a large extent, no, you confuse see party for mano. Subject be bad, the be an point to be so be a baby a and as will be baby be a enya. Today be as a bonnet cancer suspicion.
Suspicion the doors do.
Party in the cry. I was set ye jinama osono. Ye were penning for ye from more National Council. Our party no nyansen mo no omo ye nkofo mu di mo pa hwe bi to say former president kofo nanado ye mpanimfo a edi general secretary atwam
Peter Mark Menum
chairman atwam regional reps ebi mo empo a omo san be gina for say ye nto omo so aba na omo ye emetu franka amaye no nyina ewo sa ekoyi mu eba ne sign na ekoyi take decision a yitimi san ho betena from memo eka ensemo emfata efa ho ewo say ye jitu mo say ye institution until say build a strong institution and yet strong individuals and strong men there nipa bia no emre beba obi fra asase so by build strong institution and on them ma ebema party no enya enai papa gina so ene ochina ye besre nipa eyi omo ho asi wo se omo be contest flag bearership yi nipa omo di mu pa na se minstrome nka des obia oni bibia odi obia abo ne bra abo bra yi pa ye chitafo na se hwe kasa mu yi if say ya hwe yi na ye de entoto ye ba party nim emwa party no we kasa amanfo show you dom no so hu se ne woman na hoden eye opponent ndc for mu do mu nya ya nka party nka da bia no entokosimo emma enye MPP ni ba bia de se ugina benguma na ugina ni fa se party no edin besei me saka se MPP party Ghana hanom ye to aba based on party lines. The flag bearer no matters a lot and the message.
Of course.
But party no is very important. And you say we go be who fi say o create suspicion say a ko ni nyina ko take decision ye nipa bi nti no moko ye santi no na ugu party na nkasa hu fi e ma party no ho enye dey enya kono. And baby obi agina bia no ye be say yanhwe party no na ma yengu party no ehu fi very important. Okay. So go party no fi a campaign be na akwakoye ye flag bearer ni wie ye fa ne say yi wo nipa wo penasem ana nipa wo ye adwuma ma no say yi sa nipa no a obe na kwaton no nipa no nkasa no ntimi wi ni ode ogina party no osono so na what na kwako wi ni enti ma ye nye campaign e be go bia ho fi na ye nya suspicion. Now you try to say build a strong institution. In one breath, you see unity, but you create suspicion. And the credit say most times no, more create suspicion in say no more can in and yes, I net here.
And yes, I net here.
Now for convenience, into yes, sir. Yes, sir. Party and man or young grassroots for now. Na young ma yanka omutri emusa. Yana nyafe into we a foot medebeko ama party no nipa yenya omo a ye no omanya ndc for and say we ho no mo e o say timi ka ho asem even though presidential primacy by Bashi, I think that we still have a lot to talk about efa sania amemu kreko amemu a omaye timu as say insecurity o kasakra na unu secretariat to emu ordinary citizens enya kwan enkasa freely e yade e wo say focus on na yen mfa akwanya emfa nso pa ye party mpanimfo ene nipa asebe komo ye papa mu anaso mu ebusu mu a anka ebe ye de mama ye nyesa ye nyai we ewo asumuwe mu we ni asumuwe mu ntana meka se ye to no esan osono nti mesre ye nya akwanya na ye kasa moma yenye circumspect
yeah
na yen kasa ye ema party no
kaso ayi
ade yenkan ensemo a ehwo te emfa party no there will be disagreements
of course
the makra mpo no somoko but akonya ketewa bi ebenya bi ani ate social media your free party structure nim ni ate social media emwo bia
ayam say enipa be bradwe say when you seem to be fighting against the institution it means say you are on the right path and you should be given the mandate. Now, stupidly, they don't know, say, when you become the leader, you are rather going to lead the institution. Because you are not going to lead yourself. You are going to lead the institution. So, let us fight the institution. Almost a system candidate. System one. But what candidate? Candidate for who? For the structure.
Actually, the system candidate in the crowd, immediately who be cry, yeah, because minya kwenya ebe ye abe edwuma abe. Min kaiso bi ahwemis in line. Se min kodi particular personage. Min nyina propaganda. Unfortunately, this propaganda intimi mfanko NDC for so. Omo ne ehia saa ahoden a ye de kutia MPP for ma no. Ye hia saa ahoden na se ye de behia NDC for. Because some near to a gum say National Council for no do no Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia unfortunate
near to a gum say
Adebako mun say Yakasa na say empenfo ho nyina yibu omanim tia o sabi omo ani omo epesa mutimi take decision very sad
yeah
what me ahwe president Kofu anima aka say obi ehwepo no in line.
President Kofo.
Really?
Hey.
Really?
Hey.
It's more my answer.
And you be to say McMenu. Obi replace McMenu into line.
Yes.
Obi to say honorable the venerable CHM Sabusu. Obi replace into line.
Suggesting say omni conscience. Omo no obi na Bɛkyerɛ omo say sad.
Na
my enya party no say.
So obi to say na Toshi. Why ye deputy foreign affairs minister at a tender age of around 30 something. And no a deputy minister foreign affairs. And the wababi do say net or support to be and you who did dinner them. Mamma cook one my cook out about 5 minutes. I mess up. Oh, don't mess up. And I will get to go hold papa also. And a clear.
May can't be a so. Why then? Near walk a crown a mesa Bɛkyerɛ. You see, sir, a penful bomb apart from say or more a whole positions be also in the past no. Here baby omotifia could do in terms of age and then omoje free be ho
omoje den
and then omoje free be ho at this will be people in line and as bibi enti yesremo but godin ade ba ko a ebe wanwan say ono say nsema ye keka nyina fa 31st January ne say will be a favor be anyway nyina unim say a chunk of party emma no empo no omadwen kura ni ho sao
date no
obi okura mpa onte yempo obi ono mo a sebe ote ayi ne kura bi a okoba onte yempo
you are right
so ye beke kansemo me my police station chairman da me ye ayi financial secretary constituency da people at the grassroots no and then people can monte there's also agenda on where you no be asset this bad agenda now you the poor earth to the petrim the other thing is also me person meka and they say you been for mo call national council meeting a decision and you take here mesrese matise bi mo epie efiri mo bae no am so beka bibi foforo Bɛkyerɛ ne omo aka wo hono mo ne ne ye gitom ne ya nyantum ye besere wo mo ye democracy eti wako board meeting na wa free board meeting aba na board ne take decision oba na ba be hu workers ne say board decision de me de na menta
me de me koye no me can say no ya
ebiti me de bibia enye aba inti ye besere mo sa meeting no bia wakonya se obi owo bia no wakonya se Bɛkyerɛ na adwen I lobby other people before the meeting ama omo so adwen po no omaji atum no mokwa no moka no omo akabiafo aso ye meetings say near ba mesrese mpanimfo mo ma na esi ohonom no wo be chirechire mu a enye we na e kan say me dem an support ni we no bi jiri se emwa dem adwen ketwa no.
All right, enti lawyer and a martin kano koka wa hemfa koka. All right, mame odi galamse bay wa ope galamse ye krada that no mame mame hwe akaje about 13 but for koka mame na want us na ye monitor ye sorry so na obi the message by say Dr. Mahmoud Bam o say e dey e ne nwanwane say bese me bonto for say e dey ne nwanwane say ese MPP for e person mo forget it fact say ma ye lusu ye no mo ina ka say as if it was the candidature of Dr. Mahmoud Bam but ono betwa ka say it was the candidature of Dr. Mahmoud Bam nti and na ma MPP nya more than 40%. Let's say a different person a party between about 20% because na enkofo ebu fudodo lawyer ma me wo ye campaign pa at least minimum say mo kwa asante region enclave ma wo ye adwuma pa ma party no say it says football new transfer season is open edipa bi asate a move towards other candidates minim baby awo but how do you verify me the make aso kofo nya double verification ni ehwe say busa wunu ya say baby ani ya wo last year no what aso hol mo ana ya no be say la what dem but me 1 minute be
no sometimes they are difficult because nipa Ghana near to abano aye
sophisticated
and sometimes you know say one man upon a woman but me Daniel free question no maka me be a me person me meka and no say
what gwan
Gordon and say one will say MPP ye de yewura Professor Dubuahin ekoye yan fananko biem no on se party na nsa ya say biem
ampa
na party no ekipu on no de bia no wo se na yekoye nim enti mesre se eye one mistake engo se party no eye biem eye contest na yeko
yes
no be wini bia beko ebeko akọ di enim but clearly ye di kan aton obi edi ahodi nyina ama nipa no enya more than 4 million votes
yes
the first time mama irenfi owura John Dramani Mahama our president eni odi president few months yet no swaba court in September obedi president ibiem certain president no will lose by about 1 million
yes
ene wasamba ama
wasamba be sabe ribim am wasamba
yes
esa be winning
na enkyere se NDC mu no ememe o
ampa
but me gidi se na omohwe a o start a reinvent the wheel anase ye pushi kakra ebi yiye unfortunately no candidate na oshia no candidate na MPP for so the number a number of times since 2008 into na oba be household name so what I say ya build ubisa ya be yinas in chain near constate for zero na into obi wa MPP mu ono be ka se ono no aba ye wi one contribute to ebi anka ye campaign essence and ye na anka yan lucy anka nipa bi ben wo etko aba ebia oni ye bi kra no ma lose votes ye ntimi blame candidate no on a ticket of the party yes and party no so ntina bi kan say ye osoro no isunti ye e no koto ye mpagya ni gina ho
mati
ye nware no na ye mpe the right person emma nentina ne so
okay
but mama ma yen san ko ye chi
medase
bebi a bidun de ye mpem ko ye nim
thank you na mi ni kai wo bia wonya 2020 elections and 2024 elections were MP. Between 2020 and 2024 elections, we no one can lose 11,000 votes. Or the question is, the cast in America. Inside so, the votes are 2020 and 2024 will lose 11,000 votes as member of parliament. It means encremosem and the Christusem. Coca, doing here.
America, but all cast the cast, I can't go for or more did there.
O de nkɔfoɔ de die
where did they ɛwɔ party mu no sooner ɔbɔ mmrane wankɔgyina baabi kora nkaka sɛ John Boadu position na yɛde ma na yɛ ne dea John Kuma
dabi and I can't say that me ni me boka no
ana sɛ menka sɛ ɔna aka kyerɛ me
okay
me ka me deɛ
me mente sa sɛ me
ɛne ɛnɛ me bɔ ne daru sɛ no nenam sɛ John Kuma on the yes, deputy on the deputy, sorry, deputy minister of finance.
Hey, Sam, listen, the president or pen or the man.
But Nanado na nitrimu ye. Jano, Nanado na nitrimu ye, and no money be, and he be so so. What you say? Nanado, or Kaubi, ne papa ya, a tre, a pefiu. Ko baby and say, ko, and ama winning aba. A binimu yomenim from day one that they don't like you. Say pay us, pay party nasem. But generosity beyond contest. Now person boa na aba back and yesi. Metwaso. Mr. Dade Kotopon. Chairman. Yeah, chairman. Mr. Samuel Kingsley Addison Parko. Mr. Pa say ose owo obi fufura eye wo na wo don't go and stand anywhere and say that the constituency supports this candidate. The constituency e wo nipa e wo executives o mukasa wako alanda wako jogati da wako efiri akoto da na nsia wako ken ya bo ahyew so ni executives na ye adwuma nothing came. This time Dade Kotopon will rise ye benya candidate obekọ abeye MP ama mputu abaho inti yesrew so when maye wo there ko ba bia wo ba jai the constituency ni enko de ne beko Gordon me der radia say your party executives decision no ma take no aboaye wonim say after me can we after this process I go through a lot of people will run away from the internal elections.
Run away from the internal, as in what?
Because a lot of people were being sponsored to come into na settings na yae dada. These are my people. You contest chairmanship, you contest constituency, you contest this. Inti say ya adie we aba no abosa no mani nyina egu. Nkofo bebre ni wo ho a omunni financial equity to support. And again, me busao appointees na how did they feel? Omuba meeting. So mu say nkrophobia kura party no mu
meeting bay.
You call your friends omu call meeting no neck meeting no. Yes. Yes. Omuba na no mu nanti aban. How did they feel?
Say
party no elusi ye no. Ebinim ti omu ho. They were not doing party gatherings.
Oh, yeah.
Me ba odi ma men kama sem. He ebuo Asayo ye MPP ye weni.
Okay.
Enti it doesn't matter.
Get involved.
Bra.
Okay.
And try me new baby ye be show face. No aba. What you say? And there are young women and young men who party ni dono. They are doing things but they don't have support. Mamun train na ye bedru baby a yenye face mo aba be ye interview baako. No a share be video mu baako ni ehun se wo waba. We shouldn't do that. This is the party that you want.
Okay.
And UTA constitutional also then protect and defend the good name of the party. Inti yemani nyejuma. Again, Oma say they will not speak of policy. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the policies, living, they say, every month there is a vindication. There is
normal lunch.
Yes, there is a policy be a wire a dead. Me come.
So person contesting at least by now you should be giving ideologies, policies and other me who sa kasa no. What you say? Metisa obisi or chain no abe launch ni interest. We are voting based on ideologies. Any obi to me or then ideologies. Eba bo party ni philosophy. Ni akoye ni. So let us hear your ideologies. Let us hear how you intend to change and create jobs.
Said you can Kofi Bento can was one day.
Yes.
So far no dot about me and we name the policy direction what the aba. More balance on more family the Emeka.
Yes.
Obe Peter 1 minute na.
Oh you late.
Hey.
Yen a party I wear new. Say baby I want to defend the party now. Member can be a china be use you against here. So then shut up and stay in your corner. If you can project your party, ewo ahihia breyimua menkasa. Show baby. And I'm penny phone be said ya mo masika di mu anim ni sanya mo ye mo ho no. Nkola na ehwe mu. Ena edru ho edru baby a nkola ni tumi nyam kasetia no. Sani mo masika di mu anim a mo ye fise party no ye beto ye. Se mo ye hwehwe ye bibi to o ma akiri mane behu se. Ena ye abo no wa hudin a ye bobo. Oni engineer abo kasa no hudin o bobo. Wo ye panyin na wo party mo busa say 20 years from today ye bebo udin ana. Wo ye panyin na wo party mu a ye bo din a ye nkasa we na ka say ye ngi sika ne enko vote ma we. Momma kro ye ni ye ma party ni nyini e wo kwampa edi mpuntu bebre. Kodo me das
busa for di koka e na matene nka no na mema happy birthday enkoma Mrs. Stella Otu were proprietor ewo Future Stars School Ashoman Estate. Mrs. Stella Otu were proprietor Future Stars School Ashoman we free Mr. Cole Ejare Banks or GBC Mr. Cole Ejare Banks Mr. Koka be hunu podia woni wrong and Mr. EF Otu was wukunu Mr. EF Otu formerly of Ghana Airways. And now was saying sa happy birthday and my sister La Utu proprietor Future Stars School Ashoman Estate and they were the 75 years ma nyakopon e ma nkwate o ma ahoden pa 75 years ana ene mu ayi akoko kakra Peter but 1 minute na me mpon me sewa na me wonwum bi me ebrana so awie osi sha yanko
special crisis
okay
but yeah new strategy
yeah
na near AC unim say yakoto no ntem no in January no aspirant na ebeboa omo
yeah
because unya sika say who sponsor regional executives via na constituency executives via what we ndoma ebeboa omo krampo ebio kasa ne mra form na intimidation ye why na ehwe na obi first the na say abam MPP abam into say presidency the system na say cry say Akufo don support Dr. Bamia
say no mo keke so you people should enjoy
I think people must be pushed to straight proof say o ka say obi hu why body so what mean modin a here so be kana bonten
also kwa your former appointee also that obi force one
was
the question
Mama Kasan Emra Ebio party mpanifo a omo behwe omo see through to this process. They must be fair to everybody.
That's true.
They must be fair to say the last year even the album the transparent no a month way before time crampo no when so omo try some business ye ma obia opportunity to contest na yenhwe na me unim we aye nyina those who are contesting kanipa nkoso ko kasa kwa Brian
as a kwakasa
yes
adeng